Counsel, you ready? Please. Hi, who are you here on?
I'm here on an off-docket matter for Javier Marin. It's case number 2533581.
That's an L. Okay. Okay, where we at?
So the client is, for professional development, his team that he works with is going to the United Kingdom on April 26th through Friday, May 2nd. And so I'd first like to ask, would the court grant permission to allow him to drive to the UK? And second, how
Drive to the UK?
Yeah, it's like travel to the UK, but also how we could handle his random UA situation.
That's gonna be a problem. What are we doing with the case in the first, because it's old?
As far as the case, I'm standing in for the attorney of record.
Okay, so when is he traveling?
It would be April 26th, April 26th through May 2nd.
Okay, do me a favor, have Mr. Ison come in so we can talk about, I mean, I'm okay with him traveling, but I don't want him using, and if he's got a device, he's gonna have to, you know.
Mr. Ison is on vacation this week. He's going to the Gulf of America with his,
So when does the client leave?
April 26th.
Okay, so that's the following Saturday, right? So if you can have Mr. Ison come in next week.
Okay.
I would say preferably probably beginning of the week, so we can talk about where the case is going. I mean, the case is over 6 months old, and it looks like it was a 2B from who knows back when, so. Okay, thanks. Yes, sir. Mr. Beadle,
Hi,
top of the morning to you.
how are you?
What's new, man? Happy Monday?
Happy Monday. So I had a guy charged with a felony that was arraigned this morning, but he's on your docket later in the week, and I was hoping just to get it done so we can.
Of course, let's do it.
Okay,
Do you have the cause number?
I do, 255-9578. He's already got conditions from Judge Simons. Where'd he go?
Judge Simons.
Yeah,
Okay.
Judge E. Simons. And so it's my understanding there's no alcohol. He's got a device also already, I think, or at least we can double check.
All right, sir. You are Mr. Kubler.
Kubler, yes, sir.
Kubler. Mr. Kubler, you're charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. I see. So he's also charged with abandonment. Is it out of the same transaction?
Yeah, we had a long discussion with him this morning.
I don't know anything about it. Let's find out what's going on, please.
On April 11th, 2025, an officer was dispatched to an unknown accident, and noticed a vehicle, a pickup truck, illegally parked in the front yard of the residence. There were fresh tires, skid marks, a broken wheel, and axle visibly appeared to be damaged from the Ram truck to a legally parked red Jeep Compass. The law enforcement officer made contact with the complainant, and then, sorry, it said that the damage to the Jeep was brought on $5,000. The defendant admitted to driving the truck. It was later identified. The officer also made contact with the wheel witness, who said that he witnessed the defendant in the white truck in the driver's seat behind the wheel and observed an exit vehicle from the driver's side door. Upon exiting the vehicle, the wheel witness observed he was not stumbling. And then the wheel witness observed slurred speech and strong odor of alcohol beverage emitting from the defendant's breath and person. The defendant also admitted that he was trying to clear the scene and go home, but his vehicle was stolen. The officer made contact with the defendant, who was detained, and noticed a strong odor of alcoholic beverage. And the officer then conducted a standardized field sobriety test, where he witnessed. Sorry. Sorry, Your Honor, the DIMS leaves off and does not show the standardized for the sobriety test results. The officer asked the defendant his intoxication level. The defendant said he was at a 6 out of 10. The defendant said he does not believe it was safe to operate his motor vehicle at this level of intoxication. But had an 11-year-old passenger.
He did not.
Or I'm sorry, he did not. He did not. I apologize. Just a moment to see if I can.
Judge, I'm going to tell you that's kind of where the DWI investigation stops. The first response that I have is that no field sobriety tests were performed. It also, the credibility of the wheel witness was never discussed in the DIMS, whether the officer found them credible or reliable, etc. So I really can't make a lot of sense out of.
It's like the DIMS you're reading these like going through a drive-through, man. I mean, really, who's writing the reports?
Yes, you're right.
Over and over and over. I mean, really.
Trying to see if I can find anything else.
Case after case, we're just.
So Judge, things don't say it, don't say what is the results of those van revealed sobriety tests, and we do not have an officer.
How on earth am I supposed to find probable cause when Mickey Mouse is writing these reports?
I don't say, I don't know why it's not in the DIMS. Obviously, we didn't write it in here. We represent what is written in there, and so I understand your frustration. I'm highly frustrated.
Mr. Kubler, I'm going to find no probable cause in your case. Don't kill anyone. You know, every single day on the news, how many people die in our county because of a DWI? How many? Every single day. We lead the nation in alcohol-related collisions and fatalities because of boneheaded moves that are made day in, day out. Now, this is not to say that they may not indict this case at a later time, but be whatever, just don't kill someone, please. Take a seat, please, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks.
I'll be working on
Hey, please.
Is this case up?
Yeah, give me 1 second. Hold on. You ready? 255 9578.
9578?
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry, Ms. Swafford. Tell me, how are you?
Very well. I'm here for Francisco Hernandez.
In jail or on bond?
He's on bond.
Oh, he's got a bond violation.
Yes,
Do
Judge.
you mind having him approach, please?
And Judge, there is a representative from the bonding company here in court.
Failed to go test when you were ordered to test. I'm sending you now for a drug and alcohol test and you're to come back. If you ever miss again, it's not going to go well for you. Do you understand? Okay, I'm sending him now for a test. He has to come back. All right. Take a seat, please, sir.
Over there, and then I'm gonna have pre-trial clients on this right now.
Judge, we have an arraignment,
Okay,
page 2 and 3, if you're ready.
I'm ready.
Bullock, come on up. Devontae, Bullock,
Did he just get here?
he was a little late today, yes, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Bullock. Mr. Bullock, you're charged with two cases. Your hands down, please. You're charged with burglary of a motor vehicle. You're also charged with failure to identify oneself. On the burglary case, you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. On the failure to ID, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
On April 7, 2025, or I'm sorry, excuse me, on April 7, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, law enforcement officer dispatched for the burglary of a motor vehicle call and received a description of two suspects by the complaining witness. The complaining witness advised that the two suspects attempted to steal their vehicle by breaking the ignition cover. A neighbor was leaving for work and the suspects left when they heard the voice from the neighbor leaving. A screwdriver was left on the vehicle floorboard and the complaining witness's Ring doorbell captured the incident. After a brief search, two individuals, including the defendant, were found that matched the complaining witness's description of the suspects. The defendant had screwdrivers and gloves in his backpack, and the complaining was able to positively identify the defendants by their clothing description. The defendant refused to give his correct identity and provided a false name of Aiden Owen, date of birth 6/14/2007. The defendant was later positively identified by a mobile AFIS.
Mr. Bullock, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. How old are you, sir?
18.
Don't be a danger to my community, Mr. Bullock. It's just not going to go well for you. I don't know who you have in this life, but if you don't have someone that's willing to pony up to $10,000 to $20,000 for a bond for you, you will be stuck like Chuck in there if you break any of this condition. Do you understand? What are you doing with yourself these days?
So now we're signing up ready to go to the military, focus on that and about to finish school.
Did you graduate from high school?
No.
You working?
No, not yet.
So what are you doing, man? That's going to stop right now. As a condition of your bond, you must either have a full-time job or get back into school. And I'm giving you 2 weeks. I'm going to bring you back. If you've done nothing, it's not going to go well for you. Do you understand? Days of just in there playing Xbox, smoking, it's not going to work. Do you understand? Can you reach out to the MAC, please, Victoria?
Okay.
I'm now sending you also for a drug test because I want to know what, if anything. What time of day was this, please?
Judge, I believe this was in the morning time.
So it's not in the middle of the night?
Time, rather. I don't know that I have those specific time.
Here's what we're going to do. I'm sending you for a drug test now. You were to come right back. If you fail to test, if you fail to go test, if you fail to come back, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. Do you understand? When you come back, I'll have a lawyer for you. Take a seat, please.
Judge,
That's right.
those will give us at about 6:30. And Judge, I do want to do a second charge that's currently 15. That's going to be transferred to this court. It's another B&B, but it's a separate incident from that Sunday.
So he has two BMV.
Correct, Your Honor.
Did you hear that, Dick? He has another BMV that's open. It's in 16 now. I don't even see it. So-
I'll take a look at it.
I'm going to put a monitor on him when he gets back. We'll talk further. Get him a lawyer first. Has it been filed? Because I don't even see it.
Yes, Your Honor, it's been filed. From what I have from the DEMS, there was one that was reported, or two that were reported. And then they later found the defendant and a co-defendant. And I believe on the co-defendant, they found a key fob for one of these was just in the co-defendant's pocket. And that's how they connected the
Got
two.
Okay. Do we have the co-defendant? Or do you have a cause number for the co-defendant? Or yeah, we do actually. Let me see.
I do have a cause number.
Yeah, is it 255-9022?
Yes, John.
Oh, Judge, ours get transferred to 16, they have the lowercase number. It's not in the court processing page, but I see it in jail.
But we have two cases. Would that not bring it to us?
They have the lowercase numbers. And we have a co-defendant, so it gets a little,
Just, I want to keep,
okay, so I'll email the coordinator.
I want to keep. Are you ready?
No, they had to bring file.
Hi.
Not sure if you saw your email, but Miss Dennis was approved for PTI.
Oh,
So
hey.
just checking in to see, do you still want her to come next Monday and
She's
just
here
do the
now?
walk? No.
So whatever, whenever you want, you know, because she's got to get a TRAS done. So if you
Right.
want to bring her in next Monday, she can do a walkthrough. If you want to come earlier, it's whatever you guys want.
Okay, sounds
You want to
good.
keep it that day?
Yeah.
Okay, just have her come in. We'll send her for a walk.
I know that she went and did it.
Okay.
So, okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bottom of nitrogen.
Yeah. Yes, no. We sent him for a drug test.
Because he was on like Friday, but now. Shall not be there.
Anderson. Great,
Doing well, yourself?
you're making it.
Okay.
So we have Mr. Villasana.
Correct.
Come up, Mr. Villasana. Mr. Villasana was a no-show for a drug and alcohol test, so that's why the bond violation was filed. Guys, hey, did we send Mr. Villasana for a drug test on Friday? I can't remember.
Yeah,
Please,
I just deposited for two.
stop.
Yeah, there's a phone about the bond.
I don't think I ordered him not to use on the theft case, but we ordered him not to use on the new case. Mr. Villasana, you're not to use alcohol or legal drugs. I'm gonna test you like crazy. If I find that you continue to use, I'm going to lock you up. I don't know who you have in this life that's ready to pony up $10,000 plus for you to get out. If you don't, you will be stuck like Chuck in there. Do you understand? The only thing I'm asking you to do is don't pick up a new case and don't use. Do you understand? I'm not asking you to split the atom here.
Yes, Judge, it was positive for THC.
That's it.
Yes.
So I will give you a pass for 50 days from the day that you were ordered not to use, which was March 20th. 50 days from that day, you will be tested again. I hope that you're not using. Do you understand? Okay.
50 days from
From that day, correct. We'll have them come back and we'll have them test again. Stay in contact with your lawyer. You guys get on the same page so we can figure out what's going on, and then we'll see you soon. Don't use. You understand?
Is there any way we could speed this up or I could just plead or figure?
No. Life is hard enough as it is. And when you start just adding on convictions, it's just gonna make it all the worse, man.
He said, I don't have time to be coming up here. I already lost my job because I can't drive.
See, guys, do you see if there's something?
But Judge, I already spoke to him.
Chadwick when we stood down.
He said he wanted to send, so we can try to get figured out. And come up
Is there
with-
something that we can do? Like,
I talked Chadwick.
you guys talk, see, perhaps there's something that we can do to where you work something out where it does it on the outside, so you know, doesn't come back, but just don't use.
I just want to see if I can get a.
Just be quiet.
Don't, when you put stuff on your record, Mr. Villasana, you become unemployable. When you have a theft, what do you think happens when you get a theft on your record? You're branded a thief forever. Do you think people hire thieves? No. You want to get an apartment? You can't even get an apartment when you have a theft conviction, Mr. Villasana. You think it's bad now. A theft conviction hoses you for the rest of your life, man. When you take a half-ass approach to things, you get a half-ass result. I know that he's working hard to get the best thing for you. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time, but in the long run, it's for your benefit. I promise. Be patient. Let's see what they can work out today. Hang tight.
Keep in mind, we're here today because of the bond violation. Normally your appearance is away, you have to come down here.
So just hang tight. We're working. Just
Can I
don't
get a bus pass?
I'll get your buzz. Just hang tight for me. Here's my practice. Blossom, thank you for your patience.
Well, I would trade want to. Okay. So we're straight telling you.
Yeah, that's that.
What's the word, Blaze?
So, Your Honor, I have made an offer. It would be a 12-month deferred with TRAS, random UAs, and I wanted to see if you had a high school diploma, if not a GED, as part of that on the theft and we've done it.
So right now, Judge, he's thinking about it, so we probably want to reset it today. But the issue I'm approaching on the fact that as a condition of bond, he cannot drive. So he wanted to ask the court to modify his bond condition, allow him to drive so he can go to work, so he can get a job.
Judge, I'll run his license. Just so we have the-
Come up, Mr. Villasana.
So, yeah, I don't see a DL number in here. Let's see the state ID shows anything.
Does he have a driver's license?
You have a driver's license?
Yeah.
He says he has a driver's license, Judge.
Do you have the number so we can just make sure that he's licensed?
Another photo? Right, what's the number? You know what the number is?
Yeah, I'll get the number
Let
right
me pull up my search bar.
Guys, let me just do this plea real quick.
now.
Sorry, while you run it, let me just do this plea real quick so I can get them out because they've been waiting for a long time and then I'll bring you up.
There you go.
It's 253-5611.
Thank you. Aquí, vamos a escuchar y te empezó.
Mr. Villalobos,
Los diálogos.
you're charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. You are facing up to a year in jail. It's also elevated to above a 0.15 as well.
Realmente.
The state has moved to reduce this to a first offense. I want you to understand
Quiero que usted
how
entienda
lucky
que afortunadamente
you are, because had they not, there would be a minimum of jail time that you would be doing as a second offense. Do you understand?
entiende.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You have to understand that it is still a second offense. So
Es una
you ever get into a car and have the faintest smell of alcohol and get pulled over, an officer's going to run your record.
y un
They're going to say, if it walks like a duck and it talks like a duck, it's probably DWI again. And next time, what are you facing?
A ver, ¿qué es lo que va a subir?
What happens next time?
¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa?
Caution.
No,
Time?
no.
No.
Prison.
Penitencia.
A minimum of 2 years in prison, a maximum of 10 years in prison.
10 años. en la
Do
penitencia.
you understand?
¿Usted lo entiende?
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
Even if you had a sip of alcohol, I wouldn't get into a car.
No se puede.
You're giving up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, this will go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life.
Y para toda su vida.
Now, the agreement is 1 year in Harris County Jail to be probated for 12 months. You must do a repeat offender DWI education class. You must also do 2 victim impact panels. You must also do a TRAS. This is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. If they assess further
Yes, sir.
conditions, you must fulfill them. No breath test refusal. So while you're on this probation, if you get pulled over, an officer asks you to submit a breath test, you must do it. You must have a guardian interlock and 25 hours of community service. Do you have any children, Mr.
Yes.
Villalobos?
Yes.
If you do a
Sí.
parenting class, then I will waive the community service for you.
Yes.
You will now be required to also pay the DPS fines and fees and supervisory charges. If they had kept a DWI second, you would be facing a $6,000 surcharge. But because they are reducing to a first and below a 0.15, it is only a $3,000 surcharge. But I want you to understand that if you don't pay it,
Si no,
for every $100 you owe, you will sit 1 day in jail. Your client is extremely worried about your immigration status because if you go to jail, It's probably not going to end up well for you. Do you understand?
So,
Vivian.
To this offense, guilty or not guilty. I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to follow the agreement. What is the total fines and fees? Trey? Total fines and fees. You must report at least twice in person to the supervisory department. If by then you are in compliance with everything, I'll allow you to report via Zoom. But that doesn't mean that you get to just, I expect you to remain in complete compliance. If you do not, a warrant for your arrest will be issued. I'm going to put you in jail and I will bring you back out in Orange and we're going to talk about whether you violated this probation. If you do, you were looking at 1 year in jail. Do you understand? All right.
$3,520.
So it's $3,520 you will owe. Somehow we have to get your attention. I hope it's only monetarily and not through being in jail. You understand? Or at the worst, killing someone. Get a clue when it could have cost you $40 to $50 with an Uber. Good luck, sir. Thanks, Mark. Take care, guys. Okay. Okay, come on up. Okay. What are you asking for?
Allow him to drive, Judge. I think the bond condition, he cannot drive because of the reckless driving case. He's saying that in order for him to get to work and get employment, he would need to drive. So you're requesting the court allow him to drive.
The only thing that I want in this life are my streets safe. When you drive maniacally on there, going at speeds of 120, whipping in and through traffic, and you're putting so many lives in danger, you need to understand that it's a privilege. It's not a right. As long as you don't drive in this manner, I'll allow you to drive. I'm going to have you sign bond condition to the effect that you're not to race, drive recklessly, donuts, participate in street takeovers. If I find that you do, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put you in jail and I'm going to make your bond sky high. Do you understand? I will give you a privilege to drive back for you now. But don't drive crazy. Are we on the same page? Okay. So it's not an old case. So now there's no excuse. I'm going to test you again. You've no excuse to miss a test. You understand? You miss again, it's not going to go well. Okay, done.
Right now.
So we're going to file conditions. Do not leave until you sign them. Once you sign them, you can go. All right.
May you sit back in the audience, Judge?
Go if you want to go down. Guys, does he go down to the 7th or to get a bus pass? Where does he go?
That's 49, French until.
If you go to 49, they'll give you a bus pass there. Okay. All right. Good luck. Got it. Okay. So just hang tight. They're going to call you up.
No. You want to sit back over there? Sit back over there.
Adnan. Hey, what's new, man?
Not much. How are you doing now?
Been a while. Huh?
Yeah, I know.
What's
I'm
see
here covering for a different lawyer.
okay?
This is a case that was a felony, but is refiled as a misdemeanor.
Okay.
It's on docket today.
Because they don't take probation or they don't take the reduction down there.
I will say it's the strength of the case, but
Well, no, it doesn't. I get it, but like they won't accept reductions up there. I don't understand. I mean, this is like the first time in history.
So in my old district court, so we would,
I've never. They've always.
we would, if we were offering reduction, we would always.
I don't get it. So what's the cost number?
it's 2559087. He's here today. We were in felony court earlier. And then we were
Okay,
told,
so it looks like it was an impeding breath case. They've now charged it as an assault of a family member. That's it, right?
yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you mind having him come up,
Yes, Judge.
please?
And I too covered for another. That's right.
That's right.
Morning, Mr. Abdel. So you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay, let's.
On August 3rd, 2024, officers were dispatched to a residence in Harris County, Texas, to a family disturbance. Officer talked to the complainant, who said that she and the defendant were married and had been living together since March of 2024. Complainant told police that after an argument, the defendant pushed her to the ground 3 times, got on top of her, and used both his knees to pin her hands to the ground, and used both hands to strangle her in the neck, causing her airways to be restricted on at least 3 occasions. Complainant advised that the defendant told her that he wanted to kill her while strangling her. Complainant said that she ran to the bathroom when the defendant followed and pushed her into the bathtub, pulling her out by her hair and striking her several times in the head.
That's reduced?
Judge, on this one, the CW has recanted, has told the previous prosecutor a different line of events, which was part of the grand jury packet. In addition, this case has been going on for 9 months. His bond conditions were modified from GPS to no GPS, no contact to allowing contact, and the state had no objection to that earlier. So
I don't know what has happened in the felony court, but I'm going to treat it as if it's a new case because it is a new case for us. So I'm going to order no. So I see a prior assault of a family member. What is that about?
So what I see on here, Your Honor, I do see a bird hat. I think that there was 2 misdemeanors filed on this. One was dismissed. I think it was just an issue with, they took it to grand jury. 2 got filed, but it's the same incident. So there was one that was dismissed. The criminal history I see, not the only, but the criminal history I see was a Berg hat from 2007, Berg, and then a PCS and a drug present from 2006. That's the only thing I can see on here.
Does he have any prior assaults?
No prior assaults, no nothing.
So
Repetition on 17. There's a non-disclosure on it.
I'm just looking at what the underline was.
What was
for Berg hat, Judge.
Is this with DVD?
Yes, Your Honor, it is. I can get DVD in here.
Oh, fine. Hey, Sebastian.
Sebastian, tell me what's up.
So as far as I know, Judge, this got refiled from the meeting. I'm not sure what we discussed.
All we did now was probable cause. I just know the facts of what they stated. I don't know if there's a protective order that's been issued as of now. If not, I'm going to issue one now. I was going to order no contact at this time because I know what Adnan has been saying, what happened upstairs, but I mean, it's a new case for us, so I'll treat it like any new assault that has just come in. So do you mind filing a MOA, please?
The MOA was filed before on this.
Well, then that is probably since expired.
Yes, Your Honor.
But so I don't have anything here, so I'm going to issue a protective order now. Stuff in the protective order, things that you shouldn't do anyways, you know? So do you mind filing one? And then, have you spoken to the complaining witness?
No, not since it got refiled. I know that.
So let's do this, Adnan. I can have him. Oh, she's here.
Yes.
Okay, so she's here, so you can go talk to her now. Okay, just come back and let me know. I am gonna find, regardless, I'm gonna issue a MOA today.
Okay.
And then we can talk about the residential restriction after he speaks to the, complaining witness.
Okay.
So just take a seat for me, but don't leave.
Okay. So I'll be back. As well,
Yes.
Alan,
Good morning.
hey man, how are you?
Good, no complaint.
Been a while, man. Where you been?
Have you on the 10th floor lately?
Gotcha. Okay, what's new?
Working on behalf of DeAntrell Woods.
Phyllis?
Woods.
Okay.
He's currently here as Well, Your Honor, I understand, the case is old. However, they filed a motion motion to adjudicate upstairs on his felony, which is having some problems. Right now, he does not have an attorney on that felony. The attorney that was on the felony had to basically withdraw due to some personal issues. And last time I heard, the state is still trying to figure out what they want to do upstairs on it. He's reset upstairs until on the 22nd. I wanted to see if we could get some more time. I do not even believe that we have had an offer in this case yet.
You have an offer?
We do not have an offer on this case, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Woods, come up. So as far as I see, he gets on probation in June, and then 3 months later, he picks this case up, right? Your case is 150 days old. It's time to nearly do something. I will give you one more reset, but at the next setting, it's plea or trial. You need to either accept what the plea bargain agreement is, or I'm going to set your case for trial. But I'm not going to sit here and wait for something to happen upstairs. If you don't have a lawyer up there, it would probably behoove you to get one as soon as possible so they can get up to speed, but I'm not waiting any longer. In 30 days, it's plea or trial.
Thank you.
You understand? They'll be putting an offer on your case now, so that way you guys can communicate and see what you want to do.
Thank you.
Okay? Be in 30.
Good morning, Judge.
So, great to see you. What's new? Please.
Thank you, Judge.
Mr. Kevin Diaz, I think he had him last week and his bond was revoked. He originally had a theft and then got charged with a possession.
Oh, he's
Yes.
still in, huh?
Yes, Judge, he cannot make that amount. Now, the thing is.
You bring him out? Yes.
Kevin, yes. With the possession, it's a bit iffy. We don't have a lot of information on that possession, and based on my client said and what the DIM says, are two completely different things. I'm going to review the video.
Sir, my problem is that he's allegedly slinging, you know?
Sorry?
He's allegedly slinging, you know? That's my big problem, is that, you know?
I mean, just based on even on the DIMS, it wasn't his car. He had nothing on his person. He was just getting off of work. If you look at least part of the video that we did see, he was coming straight up from work. He had his work regalia on. So he wasn't driving. It's a bit.
Is the other person didn't take it, does it?
According to him, she does. Her name is Jasmine, but we don't see that on the report. We don't even see her name on the report. If he's getting
Somehow
arrested.
they linked it to him. I don't know. I don't remember.
To the marijuana?
Yeah.
The marijuana, it's linked to him, Your Honor, because it's found, there's been found in the passenger seat of the vehicle. And when they searched the vehicle, marijuana is located on the front passenger floorboard, the pocket satchel. And the defendant has been found marijuana being placed.
Pocket set. He says he did not. According to him, she did. So that's why I'm waiting on body camera.
To me, I have a full head of hair.
She said.
He said no. How's jail?
Works bad. Terrible.
Good. It's not supposed to be fun. you know? The idea is that you actually listen and hear and understand, hey, we mean business, because when you don't, this is what happens. You now know you have no one in this world that's going to pony up the $500 it would take to get you out. When you're out there in the free world, these are the things that you think about, because if not, disastrous consequences. People lose cars, houses, apartments, because they're stuck like Chuck. Where do we go from here?
I would ask for a PR bond. I would ask for a PR bond. He just doesn't have the funds to make it. He does work at Dave's Chicken, and at minimum wage, he's not even able to get that out. So, and I am court appointed on his end. So we would ask for a
Okay,
PR bond.
what say you?
Judge, we're gonna be opposed to the go around just because this is the second charge within a matter of 5 months.
Yeah, it's like, the thing is that it's 3 months.
He was going to defer to the court.
I mean,
And he has been in jail for a few days, Judge. If he was taking a time served, he'd get it. But I think that we just need
I wouldn't take it. I'm not gonna take it. I wouldn't.
Just
You know,
saying.
here's the thing. You're charged with theft. The weed, it's the theft I'm concerned about, because when you're branded a thief and you're branded a thief for life, it's over. No one hires thieves, no matter where you go, no matter what. You could have a shining star over your head. Don't matter, because you're branded a thief. They don't hire thieves. They don't give apartments to thieves. You want to buy a new car? They're not going to give it to you when you're a thief. They don't, because
So-
they know.
We're still looking at surveillance videos on that, which we don't have. That once again, the stories are just not aligning. Without videos, I can't really make a judgment either way. So we're waiting on surveillance videos on that.
I believe we are still waiting on surveillance video, Your Honor. I don't have it on. It looks like there was a space. That may be a shortcoming on our end, Your Honor. We may not have. I don't-
If you can be creative in a way that we can ensure he's going to stay out of trouble, then I'm all ears for another PR bond. But be creative in how we can. When people have too much time on their hands, they become self-destructive. And you start doing things you shouldn't be doing, hanging out with people you shouldn't be hanging out with. Not well, I'm hanging around with the wrong people. Maybe you are the wrong person and it's going to get this other person in trouble. So I want to let you out, but I don't want you to pick up a third case. And I want to find a way that we know you're not going to pick up a third case. You're going to stay out of trouble and you're not going to use marijuana. So if you can be creative and show me how we can do that, I'm all ears.
Yes, Judge.
So, ball's in your court. Let me know. I am down,
Come back.
but somehow we have to work a plan that you're not going to pick up any new cases.
Sounds good, Judge.
Show me. Yep.
Thank you, Judge. Maybe it's nice.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Mr. Sims.
Judge, I'm quick window. He's in the jury box.
And he has bond violations. He missed a drug test on April 7th.
Come up, Mr. Bueno.
And she just said that he wasn't aware that he had a drug test that day and that was his
They
mistake.
just don't call you 15 times, right? You speak English.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm sending you for a test right now. If you ever miss again, it's not going to go well for you. This is the only get out of jail free card that you get. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, you will be wearing orange as well. No more PR bonds. Okay, take a seat. We'll send them down.
You want me to roll it tomorrow, Judge, for the drug test results, or do you want me to?
No, it's sufficiently early that hopefully he'll be able to come back, depending on how fast he tests. If it takes too long, then we'll.
Okay, are you okay with me zooming off for that, Judge? Okay, thank you, Judge.
The occasion to fit for VR logos, it will stand in the ignition error. He does not have valid driver's license. I will amend the conditions for him to get the portable device. which he
Right,
already
he's
signed.
got to get the portable device first, and then we take the scram off. We need him to also sign a no driving affidavit. Please admonish him like at least 5 times, do not drive your son with an affidavit. If you do, it's just, okay.
Yeah, logos,
Council for reset.
Hi.
Your Honor, I know they're gonna send him across the street to get drug tested, and then he's gonna come back. I'm gonna run the ERB real quick.
Go, just come back. We got the T-RAS back?
Yes, sir. Medical supervision. He's gonna have to take medical supervision. They recommend medical supervision for the DWI. Yeah.
Medical supervision?
Yes, sir.
I've never heard of it.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll get it here.
Yes, sir.
I could bring it up to you because I think is the treatment is good to older, and then let me know when you treatment.
Some help.
Yeah, yes.
Right.
I don't need to come back here.
You don't need to come back here.
I won't be back here.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
You've never been in trouble in 27 years with this.
What alcohol is doing. What alcohol is doing. Oh, that's huge. Alcohol.
Do you mind printing it out for me?
Why not?
You can make up. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Is there anything that, you get any eligible for the first probation or not?
Not for DWI, sir.
Gotcha.
No. Mr. Proctor, I told you that I wanted to follow whatever the TRAS said, and shh. And I'm going to stick to that, sometimes I'm surprised by what the findings are, but I trust them to make the right decisions, and I hope that you. So here, they recommended medically assisted treatment to address the alcohol abuse or dependency. That means that you have to go to a doctor, right? The problem is that we can't pay for that.
Right.
I can't pay for that. When it's on the outside, if it's here where they would have recommended like residential or something of this nature, I would pay for it for you. I can't pay for this. So you're going to be expected to do this on your own. The other thing that they're recommending is intensive outpatient treatment followed by supportive outpatient treatment, which I think at a minimum should be done, because the idea is that you learn from this, because something is going on and the coping mechanisms that are being used, they're just not good, because we don't want another death. We don't want you to make some kind of decision that has a lifelong consequence where you end up in orange for the next 50 years, Are you working at this time? Well, obviously not right now, but were you?
Yes,
What were you doing?
I worked at an equipment shop.
Do you still have it?
I probably not.
Hey, I guess we need to give him some time, you know, can we apply for TAP funding for him? Okay, I'm gonna try to apply to get stuff paid for you. Because I know that there's some, funding that is available for people if they qualify, and I think you do. You have to understand in this life, you don't have anyone that's going to bond you out. When you're out there, if you make the wrong decision, you're stuck, as you now see, really, it's not that hard. Now, what we're doing is you're pleading guilty to the DWI. The DWI is going to go on your record. They're going to dismiss the terroristic threat, but you need to understand that forever and a day, if you get pulled over, what does an officer do? They first look at your record. If they see that you have a prior DWI, they roll up to your window and they smell alcohol or dope. It's probably not going to go well for you. And now, after today, you're facing a minimum of 90 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
The agreement that you have worked out is a 1 year in Harris County Jail to be probated for 15 months. You must do, is this a true first?
I believe so.
Or Proctor, if you don't mind looking at
Yes, sure.
it.
It is a true post, John.
Okay, so it's 1 year in jail to be probated for 15 months. You must do a DWI education class, 2 victim impact panels. Well, we've already done the TRAS, so these are the conditions. You've already done the TRAS, so that's not a need. No drugs, alcohol, substance abuse treatment. No breath test refusal. If you were pulled over, an officer asks you to submit a breath test, you must do it while you're on this probation. Can you look at him, see if his license is down? No, you must maintain a guardian interlock and 25 hours of community service. Do you have any children? Okay. If you do a parenting class, I will waive the community service for you.
It is not eligible.
Your license is not eligible. It got suspended, so you cannot drive at this time. So one of the conditions I'd like is for him to get his license back. Your license got suspended because of an administrative license hearing versus DPS, and I can have Mr. D explain that to you. You were giving up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement, Mr. Proctor. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, you are stuck with this. If you ever have a problem while you're on this probation, you can always come back and talk to us. We can work through anything. If you just take off, that's about the worst thing that you can do. If you pick up a new case, that's about the worst thing that can happen. What about the complaining witness and the terroristic threat? Who is that?
The bloody was in the terrorist threat, your own is. So it's he was not filed as a family household.
Do we know, did you have the rip done? Do we know if she wants to have contact with him or no?
Do go to the family when we want to proceed. Claire says she's fine with contact because she doesn't really benefit harm.
Okay, just so that we'll just add no threatening or harassing contact with the complaining witness and the terroristic threat. Just be mindful. What is threatening or harassing doesn't matter what you think, it's what she perceives. All right? How do you plead to the offense, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty. I will follow the agreement, waive all his fees. I'm going to waive all your fees. It's never about the money. I don't care about the money. Just do what you say you're going to do it well, so we don't see you again. All right, good luck.
So talk to him about the driver's license. Yes.
Okay. Hey, if he needs, Mr. D, if he needs an occupation license, I'm okay with it. And he can file the pauper's affidavit and, yeah. Okay. I don't know. Yeah.
State's spoken to the CW.
So Judge, realistically, because we're, I guess, far down, I'll of course do the follow up in there. And then, we're just asking for contact. I think we have all the discovery, and so we want to just do one second, can you just take a look at it to see if this, we're just gonna move forward on it with the misdemeanor or the homicide, I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, do you mind bringing him up? Did you file it already?
No, I'll.
Yeah, can you file it?
And Judge, regarding the MOAP that's going to be filed, we would ask that it mirrors the bond conditions regarding contact.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Abdel, I'm entering in what's called a magistrate's order for emergency protection. This is a court order that identifies the complaining witness as a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person. Commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You cannot be in possession of a weapon. This usually comes with a residential restriction, meaning that you can't go back to the house. I will take this off now. You know, there are a lot of vindictive people in this life. I don't know what kind of relationship you have with her, but if it's something that you're just constantly butting heads with, it's probably best to cut your losses because you're the one that's going to end up in jail if somehow someone loses their temper. Even if it's her and she calls him, hey man, he's threatening me. You're the one that's going to end up back then. You understand? So just be careful in life, right? What is threatening or harassing? Doesn't matter what you think. I could care less what you think. It's what she perceives. So if I go like this, is that threatening or harassing? It is, and it can land you in jail. If you violate this court order, the state can and probably will file a violation of a protective order, and that's the capital murder of misdemeanors. Do you understand? Okay, so do you mind filing the no threatening, harassing? So for now, because you have a lawyer, the case is old, right? So we're only doing 30 days, you say?
Well, yeah, whatever, really, get the action to.
Okay, so the case is old. You said you've been going on for what, 14 months now?
9 months, Your Honor.
Or 9 months? Okay, so we'll give you 30 days, figure out what you want to do because the facts haven't changed. Just get ready. So in 30 days, we'll come back and they'll make a decision on whether they want to go forward or whatnot. Okay? Do you have any questions? Okay. Do not leave until you sign all the bond conditions. Otherwise, I'm going to issue a warrant. They'll file it and then we'll call you up here momentarily. Okay?
Thank you.
All right.
Right this way.
Morning, Judge. I'm here on what's up?
It's new.
What's new is, I guess, Jennifer Griffin.
Do you have a fugitive case?
No,
No? Okay, who you got?
I have Jennifer Griffin, and so she lives in Alabama right now. Yeah, it should be on your docket today. Jennifer Griffin.
Okay. Where is Miss Griffin?
She's in Alabama.
That's no good.
All right. She was going to see if there's any way that she could find time to make it down here to face the charges. She said when she was released by the bondsman said, told her that they didn't have a court date yet. She hadn't been, okay, I understand. I'm just relaying it. So
She signs a piece of paper that tells her when to come back. So let me see. This is to notify that you are required to appear on 4/14 at 8:30 in the County Criminal Court of Law number 5 located at 1201 Franklin 9th floor. So here's what I'll do. I can roll it for bond forfeiture for up to Thursday. If she's not here on Thursday, her bond gets revoked. You know,
Thanks,
that's,
Judge. No, that's fair.
that's it. Okay, so SFBF Thursday. Shreya,
Hi, Judge.
what's new?
Good morning. I have 3 inmates. 2 that need to get brought out for waivers.
Okay.
Mr. Scott and Mr. Perkins.
Did you go on? You mind bringing him on?
And then a 3rd, Burnett, is for a bond. Do you want to bring them all out together?
Sure.
Do you mean Scott?
I meant Scott for a bond, Perkins and Burnett for a waiver, correct? No,
Did you go on? It's 3.
Yes.
Yeah, you got it? Okay.
I put the waiver here.
I got it. I got it here. Perkins. Did Perkins want a bond?
Sorry, I messed that up.
No, but-
Mr. Scott wants a bond. Perkins, yes, he asked me for a bond. I advised him he's not eligible.
You want to call up Mr. Velasana so we can get him out of here? Call up Mr. Velasana. We can put aside the motion and get him out of here. All right, good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
All of you guys have picked up cases from another state, so we need to figure out what's going on. Who is Mr. Burnett?
Yes,
Mr. Burnett, you are wanted out of Florida for the charges of battery, criminal mischief, grand theft in the 1st degree, and robbery by sudden snatching. Are you waiving formal extradition?
yes, sir.
Okay. We wish you the best of luck. Who is Mr. Perkins? Mr. Perkins, you're wanted out of the state of Illinois for 1st degree murder. Are you waiving formal extradition?
Go home. To go back to Chicago.
Yeah. Okay, guys, I wish you both the best of luck.
I need signatures on them, Judge.
Yeah, done.
Their signatures.
Oh, Deputy Chigoin, do you mind? And then, what is it? Amy, who's the showman?
This is Gordon Stock.
Golden Stock? Gordon Stock. All right, good morning, Mr. Gordon Stock.
Also, they're going to use you on us today.
Hi, Katie.
Hi, Judge.
What's new?
Not much. I just got back from Cancun. What about you?
Man, life is good. Man, I want to go to Cancun.
It was pretty nice. Very pretty.
Anywhere is better, right? So
Yeah.
you said, is it? I don't see it on docket today. What was the last name?
Scott.
Oh, Scott. Wait a minute, Scott. Okay, Mr. Scott. I see you now. You were wanted out of the state of Oklahoma for drug trafficking and a robbery case. Okay. Shh.
Now, guys.
Your lawyer is asking for me to set you a bond. I don't know. You know, one of the main things that it concerns me are 2. 1, are you going to go back if we give you a bond? Number 2, are you a dangerous person? Because I don't want to give you a bond and then you leave a wake of destruction on your way back to Oklahoma, because then, you know, it's not cool, right? So I don't know anything about you. The only way I really get to know you is by paper, because that tells me who you are. Amy, tell me about Mr. Scott.
Yes, he wanted out of Oklahoma County, Oklahoma for conspiracy to commit drug trafficking, marijuana, conspiracy to commit robbery, conspiracy to commit kidnapping for extortion. The bond over there is 1 million. This was issued April 3rd of this year.
Shreya?
Judge, Mr. Scott is 34 years old. He's never been arrested, no criminal history. He's lived in Houston his whole life. He is a Navy veteran and served 8 years, honorably discharged 2021. And again, I've spoken with Mr. Scott, well, without going into the facts or anything like that. He says he's absolutely innocent and wants to go turn himself in and let them know and handle the issue. He also has a plan to return. We talked about going back within 14 days. I urged within the first 5.
Yes,
Did I miss anything, Mr. Scott?
No, man, we did.
Do you have anything else to let the judge know about whether he should give you a bond?
I'm not a criminal. I'm not I don't know what the word you said to the public. I have no risk. I'll be down there in 4 days. My pops will drive me down there. I want to go ahead and get nipped in the bud. I'm already working on a lawyer. I'm just trying to get down there and handle my business. I own a business on the north side, a vape shop. I have no criminal history. I have not been in trouble. I'm 34 years old. Got a 4-year-old son, birthday coming up next month. I'm just trying to take care of my business.
State your position.
Judge, based on just the charges themselves and the fact that it is $1 million bond in the demanding jurisdiction, I would be opposed to a bond. I'm not seeing any extensive criminal history. I just see some like charges entitled crimes against person harassment.
Wait.
Hold up. I'm sorry.
Oh, you see what?
I see a charge that says crimes against person harassment, but that appears to be dismissed. And then I see a failure to appear out of Denver Police Department. But when I ran as history judge, that's what I'm seeing. But again, just based on the charges and the $1 million bond, I would be hesitant.
John, I have never had no charge or any of that. I have not been arrested. I don't know what she said.
I understand, but the severity of the charges scare me. It's just that, you know.
100% understand. But I have never,
I believe you, but the problem is that I think that the amount and the type of charges are probably just a little bit too dangerous for me. You know, I give bonds all the time, but with the conspiracy to commit the robbery and then the conspiracy to extort, what was it again?
Conspiracy to commit kidnapping.
Yeah, that kind of kills it for me, you know? So what we'll do now is, has he already waived or what is he?
He waived on April 11th.
Okay, so you have 3 days credit, right? We give them 14 days to come get you. If they don't come get you within the 14 days, and Harris County releases you. So, you know, we'll give you the time as the credit that you have now so that it'll go toward the 14 days. But that's a little bit too dangerous for me, man. I can't, you know.
prior history. I've served my country. This is.
And I'm sure that'll go toward over there, but me, it's a little too dangerous, man.
Hey, like I'm trying to get on top of it. I don't want to sit here. Then they offset me. I'm ready to go take care of this. This has nothing to do with me.
What I would suggest is the thousands of dollars that you would pony up just to get out now, because if I were to set you a bond, I would set you a high bond, right? That money you'd have to pay in full. It would probably be ill-advised just to use it to get out. I would get yourself a lawyer out there. You know what I mean? That money's probably really better spent. Get yourself a good lawyer out there to take care of the charges, because they're probably looking at quite a bit of time. All right? Okay, man. Good luck, guys. Thanks.
You want a bond, state bond?
State judge.
No, they're states. They're states. It's in
Thank you, Katie.
I saw that
Thanks, Katie.
they also had pre-trial bond.
I all.
good states commission. Bye, Katie.
You want both?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Give me your brochure.
Yeah.
For Alan Villasane, I found out that so her number will just be blocked entirely from the whole jail, basically, and I haven't found any calls.
So they can't, so no one else can call that number as well? Okay, I guess then we'll just do that, you know? As long as you guys are satisfied, then I'm satisfied as well. Yeah, okay. Do that.
Thank you, Judge.
All right.
Maybe excuse me.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
They'll call you. Here's your copy. And that's just hold on a second.
Fish, did you want to go over a few?
Yeah, let's do it.
Page 3, claims. He called and said we didn't have a right. We had to go.
15,003. And they keep giving him a PR. Is it another PR bond?
It was one PR bond, then another county posted, and then another PR.
So it's 4 times.
3. There is this third one that we really.
Oh, hey.
Yes, Judge.
Yes, ma'am.
On Mr. Diaz. Yes, Judge. I can fix that.
Well, I see the knowledge, but I can't see feeling now. From what I saw, I don't see the ability of this. Position. Sir, after
Well, I know you're not gonna, but it's the fact of having all that. You're not gonna see it.
I think it's on his car, he's in the passenger seat, there's driveway. From what I understood, he does have a statute violation, there's marijuana. But all those other facts that I saw, that I represented to you, I didn't want to mischaracterize that as though he's the one doing it, because I don't know if that's true.
Okay.
There is the allegation that they do find the bag, so the bag and about the shake.
Where do they find the baggies and the scales?
The scales was on the driver's side, the vacuum bag was on the passenger floor, but it did give the other defendant a diversion program off the back. So she, from that, it looks like she says, these are mine. So she made some.
So they charged her with possession of marijuana too?
Well, they didn't charge her, they just gave her a diversion program, which I don't, it doesn't amount to charge necessarily. I think it's a pre-charge.
Now, I remember that. That was back in the day that they used to do. That was like very, very, very like right when the first administration, it was like right at 18, they used to do that. And I haven't,
My client, I don't know, but
because he's on bond for theft.
I think
And he's, you know, they didn't find weed on her though, did they?
they didn't feed white meat on anyone that was in the car.
It's in his satchel.
He says satchel is not his. He just had a banana in his pocket and something else, but he's saying nothing was his, whereas she's saying that
The
the things
satchel he
were
came
hers.
in.
The officer says we found it in his bag. I don't know if I didn't hear any admission that that's his necessarily. I don't.
So what do you think?
Well, Your Honor, I
Give him another PR bond?
say you refer to the court.
Which is no opposition.
Hey. So now, how do we ensure that he doesn't pick up another case? What is he doing with himself?
He does work. I did talk to pretrial and probation. Although they cannot force anyone to do anything, they can monitor if they've done it or not. So I'm thinking an effective decision-making class, simply because he may not know what to do. And those courses tend to help in some situations. So if he takes that class and then he shows proof of it, at the very least, that's time he's using to not be in other people's car. And according to my client,
Deputy Chigon, do you mind bringing out Mr. What's his name again?
Diaz,
Mr. Diaz, please. Thanks.
And Your Honor, if I may, from what I remember, that it's saying on Friday or whenever it's but he said he was getting a ride from work, and I can't verify that in the video he's wearing a shirt.
the bus stopped running at the time she was picked up.
You got him on your side. It's just him. You got him working for you now. That's funny.
Yes. John, you asking him?
Is he in school? What is he? Did he graduate from high school? What's he doing now?
I believe he does have his GED, but he is just working at this point in time.
Because the girl is telling me first. So right now, I'm telling the person.
What do you want to do with the rest of your life?
Trying, Your Honor, I really trying.
I'm trying. I don't believe it. What, you're not answering my question. What do you want to do with the rest of your life?
I want to get better. I want to be, helping the community. I want to run a business. I do want to do good by my life.
I'm not asking you to tell me what you think I want to hear.
No, sir.
What I'm trying to get at is, you're, how old are you, what, 19?
No, 28.
28. You have your whole life ahead of you. And it was time to think about what you want to do with your life 10 years ago at 18, because now is when you start working hard, gaining knowledge so that you do something, because this life really, really sucks without money. The divorce rate in this country is so high because people don't have money and they sit and they argue about money because they can't buy stuff, they can't do this. One person is using money to do that when they don't have it. The only way you get that is by gaining knowledge, going to school, either getting a degree or working your way so well that you end up with a good job. I mean, there's one or two Jeff Bezos in this life, right? But I don't want to just keep you in the jail for keeping you in jail. But we have to figure out what we're going to do with you so you don't end up as another statistic. That's what I would like. And I'm going to tell you now, I will give you another PR bond, but I promise you it's your last. You will not get another one. Do you understand? I'm going to test you 50 days from today. If I find that you smoking weed again, into jail you will go. And this time, and I'm telling you, I will not take a plea on your theft case just for you to get out. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to let you ruin your life. We will wait it out and play it out until it happens the right way. Do you understand?
Sir.
Now, what are you doing on a daily basis?
Like right now, I just got my apartment, so I have to keep up the rent, so I'm going to work right now.
How many hours are you working a week?
Out 40.
I think that Ms. Chisholm had a good plan on working on how to go forward. I don't want you out in the middle of the night. I don't want you hanging out with this person that you got arrested with. And don't use dope. If I find that you're using, it's really just not going to go well for you. You pick up a new case, it's not going to go well for you. I won't give you another one. You understand?
Yes.
Okay? All right. Done, Ms. Chisholm. All right. Take care. Smith. All right. Hey,
I'm approaching again on Francisco Hernandez.
okay.
Came back.
What was the last name again?
Hernandez.
Hernandez, that's right. You mind bringing him up, please?
Yes, so Your Honor, I do understand that the drug test did come back positive. I would ask that the court not revoke his bond, or if it does, to set it at a low amount. And the reason for that is, first of all, this is just a first violation. I'd also ask the court to consider that Mr. Hernandez's mother is waiting outside in the hallway with his baby sister. Whatever the bond is, she's going to pay it. So any amount of bond, it's really just going to punish her. So we would just ask.
I don't even know what he tested positive for.
According to pretrial services, it's THC and alcohol, Judge.
Can you tell me about the felony case that he has, please? Because I don't remember what it is.
Okay.
The felony case is a tampering case, Your Honor. On January 2025, in Harris County, Texas, a law enforcement officer was dispatched to a discharged firearm call in a residence. A resident told the law enforcement officer that she heard shots and then saw a green four-door vehicle speed away. Law enforcement officer found a vehicle that matched the description parked illegally in the same residential area. As the law enforcement officer pulled up behind the car, multiple males exited, and the law enforcement officer activated his light and sirens, and the males began to obey on foot for approximately 100 yards until the law enforcement officer was detained. A resident videoed the defendant toss a weapon in front of the residence and see evaded on foot. The gun was recovered, and the defendant's clothing matched that of the male who tossed the weapon.
So the felony was that he tossed the weapon.
Yes, Your Honor.
And the evading is he just takes off because of this.
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you go grab mom, please? Do you need a translator?
No.
Same person?
Hi. Let me give her that book. I had that figure, Donner.
Thank you.
Look, what do you say?
Your son is charged with 2 serious felonies,
Yes.
and I'm trying to do everything in my power. Trouble. I have ordered him not to use drugs or alcohol, and he's testing positive for drugs or alcohol. How do I get it to stop?
Is there, I mean, when he had the monitor, everything was okay. I'm gonna be very honest with you. When he had the monitor, everything was fine. He wasn't going anywhere. And I think that's what kept him on track. But right now, without the
So when
monitor,
to take it off?
as soon as they took it off, he just felt like, I guess, it wasn't a big of a deal to him, probably. I mean, he's still a kid. And I don't, like I told him, it's not that, like, I know you think it's easy or whatever, but it's not. It's really serious what you're going through right now. And I tried to get him to understand that.
My only issue is that I'm gonna put on him now. He knows that he violates and mommy's just gonna bond him out.
Oh, no.
And he's gonna sit here and,
He already
I'm gonna do whatever I want because mommy's gonna bond me out.
I talked to him, I go, this is the first and last time I'm helping you. And I support him with everything, and he knows it, whether he's right or wrong. He's my kid, I'm gonna support him, but if he's wrong, of course, I'm gonna let him know and make him see and understand why he's wrong. I'm not the type of person that's gonna be like, oh no, it's okay, don't worry about it. No, because it's not okay, what he's doing is not okay.
Help me help you. I'm trying to do everything in my power to keep you from getting a 25-year sentence because you're hanging out with the wrong people.
Agree.
When someone shoots a gun, the bullet goes up, it goes down, it ricochets. Let me give you a piece of perspective. If I say, hey, Mr. Hernandez, help me out. I need some money because my mom needs to go on operation. I'm gonna go hit up this bank. And I say, hey, come on. All you gotta do is drive. I'm gonna go get it, and then we're gonna go out. You didn't know this, but I go in there and I kill 4 cops, right? And then I run out to the car. I got a big bag of money. We take off. You drive me out. Who gets charged with capital murder?
Both.
It's called the law of parties. You didn't know that I was going to do that. Had you known, you wouldn't have gone. But if you're hanging out with a bunch of people and they're shooting guns and it ricochets and it kills someone, who gets charged?
Everybody. He knows that.
You are making a decision. You are 18 years old and you are not allowed to use. I have made that a condition of your bond. And I'm going to tell you now, the next time you violate any of my condition, I'm going to make your bond so high you're going to have hair falling out. Do you understand? I don't care. Jesus is here with you. The next time. You understand?
So,
I'm now going to put a monitor on your ankle so I know that you're consuming alcohol. And I'm also giving you a curfew. If I find that you're out in the middle of the night, I'm going to rip you a new one. Do you understand? This system will not fail you. And I'm going to stay on top of it until you do start doing right. Is he in school? What is he doing?
He's in school and he works. When there's no classes during the week, he works. But on Saturdays, he does work. Every Saturday, he works.
Okay.
They leave the house between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m.
What?
Yeah, because he has to live with his dad. His dad goes there.
Oh, okay, so he's going with that?
Yeah, he goes with dad.
Wonderful.
And he comes back with dad, or I pick him up if he
Okay,
works. Early.
I want to give him a curfew.
Okay.
I will go with whatever you think is appropriate. Okay?
Whatever you want, I'm okay with.
I just don't want him out in the middle of the
Oh, me
night.
neither.
As long as you're working, as long as you're in school. But if you're clowning with friends, it's not going to happen. So any of the co-defendants that in this case, no hanging around with, you will get tested 50 days from today. If I find that you're still using,
That's beautiful.
you know what's going to happen. You know what the expectation is. You now know you have no one to bond you out. So that the next time you make a decision out there that's not a good decision, you will be stuck like Chuck. Do you understand? Okay? I don't like to put people in jail for the sake of putting people in jail. I want to ensure that we're all on the same page. And that's why I wanted you here. So I know that you and I are on the same page. As long as you're happy, I'm happy.
Yes.
Whatever you need, all you need to do is let me know, here, you mind giving. So if you ever need anything, just let us know and we're there for, if he starts acting a fool because anything, if he's not telling you, if you tell him to jump and he doesn't say how high, just call me and let me know.
I've never had an issue with that. My issue is always like right now, just him leaving the house and not saying anything. That's my only issue. But other than
You
that,
don't have permission to do that anymore.
he's not a disrespectful kid. He makes bad choices. Like I tell him, you guys are not dumb. Yeah, choose the wrong crowd, make the wrong decisions. But other than that, I've never had an issue with him, to be honest.
You speak Spanish. You understand Spanish? Dime con quién andas, yo te digo quién eres.
Very true.
That's what life is. Okay, we're good.
We're good.
Okay, thank you, Mom.
Thank you. Come on, baby.
May I be excused? Yes, sir. I have to wait until pretrial releases you.
Levanta ese y tíralo a la basura. No, hermana, got it. Go, chupale, go.
Ready? Yes, ma'am.
I'm reflecting on Tabitha Thompson. Tabitha Thompson, she's in custody. She's got 3 cases, Judge. All of them are from 2022.
I can't give her a PR bond. She won't show up. So whatever you want to do, I'm happy to do. You said a week or two, or
Yes, Judge.
perhaps go get with human trafficking, that might help.
Yes, Judge.
Whatever you want.
Right, and the state was going to look at the cases,
Can we
and
get it to human trafficking?
So human trafficking wasn't a misdemeanor, it's not a border on that.
Really? What?
The misdemeanors. Um,
This isn't enough?
I know. No, I know, and I spoke to the council about that. I said, look, normally what you do now is probably misdemeanor or trafficking, I think the misdemeanor is like the been there, done that class. Given the age of these cases and the competitive nature of them, we need to kind of talk a little bit with my boss, see if we got anything to look.
I guess take a look. Is something happening here? Do we know?
Well, that's
Do you
not-
think? I don't know.
that's my
That's
I'm not trying to lock, and I want to put it out there like, I'm not trying to lock this person up. So,
my only concern is someone using them.
Yes.
That's my concern.
yes, Your Honor.
So, let's not take long. If you want to do maybe like a week, and we'll see.
and she was pointing.
That's the first thing I asked, Judge. Is there a human trafficking division still? And
Yeah.
But I'll reach out and see if they want to take a picture.
Okay.
2 weeks?
Say a week?
A week.
I don't.
A week
whatever.
is fine, Judge.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, Judge.
Yeah. The 1 week.
No, that's fine. Just the way for you said, what you did with those, I don't know if she did everything. There's a copy of the record. Just have to see if you did a reset with your sheet right there.
Go back.
You want to go through the list?
Yes, Judge.
Let's go.
We have 3 coming. Did we do it the other?
Yeah. Okay. Let me get on that. I was doing it.
Anthony Hernandez?
Especially learned out from the mom and how.
Do you need me?
No.
But I didn't realize we could also do. Sorry, what is this? After let's see, because I'm showing it all. Reminds you. I think he was supposed to stop the web, but I know he just printed the handwriting.
Yeah.
He said that all.
You didn't know it.
Yeah, I think I think she just took off the dress.
Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
My name is Lucy. Address is. That's what. So that's.
So, let me put that in the.
Yeah, yeah, you don't have to improve the.
So just. And new weapons.
Yeah, yeah.
15,003.
Go, you can-
15,000.
Check the judge.
Yeah.
Ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Next judge is table 4, Elias, that for Raymond fell to appear to volunteer.
5,002.
Alright, let me know when you're ready.
Okay, I have to do a bail order.
You call me first? Yeah. Ours. Nah.
Hey, so guys, did you, on that other gentleman, you got a scram and a GPS with the curfew, right?
Okay. What's the name, Judge?
What was the dude's name that we just did with Schlossberg?
Elias here? Oh, wait, Adam, we're talking about Adam?
Yeah,
He had Hernandez.
Hernandez, yeah,
Hernandez?
yeah, please. Yeah, so curfew, no weapons, testing in 50 days, GPS, and then the scram, please.
Curfew regarding one of their work system, you said?
Yeah, like, so he's not out in the middle of the night, maybe like at 10 PM to whatever dad's schedule is. And then on the weekends when he's not working, full 10, 9 PM to 6 AM.
Rich. My goodness, on a case for Revoke, especially probably.
Say it again?
For Abdel Latif. We admitted Mudd, but we interested to file limited bond conditions. I just want to confirm there's no weapons
Yeah, no weapons.
and no threat to arrest and contents.
Correct.
Is that everything?
Yeah, that's right.
Is that on that same guy?
No, that's on someone else.
Oh, making sure.
So that.
Hey, you didn't reset Hernandez, did you?
I did, Judge, but I told Adam to check with pre-trial.
Okay, good. He's here. That's him over there. Okay, who's after Elias?
Page B, top of page B. Herb.
Oh.
Page to the post. No, sir, just have a seat, we're just talking about your case.
I'm sorry.
You can have a seat, we're just talking about your case. Blaze said the state was opposed. I haven't heard from David who's hired on. I'm gonna email him.
He didn't do it. He filed it.
With unopposed now?
No. The defendant filed it. The non-disclosure. Take a look.
Oh, this person. Do you want me to skip over that one for now? Until Blake gets back?
Come talk to me back for a second.
So the discovery law. Deputies. I don't want to just call one of y'all about this. Jessica, Lamar.
Jessica?
Is it Francisco? Oh, Francisco.
Fonseca?
Francisco. Fonseca. Fonseca.
Oh, Fonseca, okay. Yeah.
I'm the reason. Oh. I'll put. You know. Oh, yeah. If I'm here tomorrow, I think there's some.
Yeah, no, she knows. No, man.
Oh, you could. Oh, I had it pulled up. Oh,
Hey, where's Slade?
He just went to court.
Oh, that's right. He'll be back soon, hopefully.
Yes, sir, I believe so. He left his phone, so. I'm still in sick. So. I'm good that you guys are paid. Yeah.
Want to keep going?
yeah. Next judge is page 10. Oh, trial is Juarez. Test already? I'll check right now. Okay, thanks. Next judge is page 15. Patrick. That's for Raymond fell to appear first time.
What happened with the other kid? E-test?
Bullet?
Yeah.
Bullet? Not yet. Not yet.
Okay. 5,001 on Patrick.
Okay. Next one.
Oh, hold on. State, can you look at the co-defendant on Bullock?
Yes, Your Honor.
This is the BMV where there's really two.
Yes, Your Honor.
On Patrick, is it the same thing, where there's another BMV?
I believe they are both charged, both.
Because I'm issuing a warrant on Patrick because he failed to appear, so. Okay, hi,
Morning, Judge.
hi,
Mr. Fonseca on the docket.
okay. Do you have the,
Oh, yes, Judge, that's fine. Yeah.
Fonseca?
Fonseca.
Thank
Good morning, Mr. Fonseca. Sir, you're charged with the offense of assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 30 days in jail with credit for the 15 days that you have already done. Is this how you understand the agreement?
Yes.
You need to understand that this charge will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. You also need to understand that there's an affirmative finding of family violence. What that means is that if you ever pick up another one of these cases, you will be facing a third-degree felony. You can never own a gun or ammunition as a result of this plea as well. Do you understand?
Yes.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal, meaning once you plead guilty, it will go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. Mr. Fonseca, from now on, an assault doesn't have to be where you knock down, punch someone, and the mere fact that you grab someone's arm hard enough to where it hurts them, that can be sufficient to charge you potentially with a third-degree felony. Do you understand?
¿Usted lo entiende?
So,
Yes.
all right. How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to follow the agreement, send you to it. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you.
Page 21, Zimmerman. That for range is relatively your first time.
That's it? Is this it?
I know.
Okay.
But
Well, I'm not used to it. Well, what is it?
5,001.
Yeah. 255, 107.
Yeah.
Here.
So
Why is it not? It's not. Did you feel that? It doesn't look like I know. That's you don't have that street.
Judge, bottom of page 10.
It's not from the.
He was arrested in another county and before he was transferred to here. I picked him up.
Why?
So let's put the hold. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So 2501.
And I think this one has to be an ACIOC because bond wasn't posted, but this was taken.
Are you positive that that's what, that ICE picked him up?
Yes, Judge Ramona spoke to me about it.
Okay.
She emailed, I believe, Billy and it's Billy.
Judge, this is the one that was on the docket on Friday, and I contacted Billy, and she contacted Webster PD, and the arresting officer confirmed that he was
Bond's already set at $100 though.
But
And
bond
this-
was never posted. I don't know how it was set for arraignment or, but there's no bond in the system.
So just leave it at
right.
that.
Remember, that's what I was
Revoke.
telling you the other day.
So just revoke, leave it at the 100, but don't, because it's,
It's already in warrant status.
So I'm gonna check in for 2 weeks. I'm sorry.
All right, I think, do you have, guys, you got anyone else in back?
No, we're done.
We're done? All right, we're done. That's it.
Just do have one off docket, if that's okay.
Okay, sure.
I saw Thursday on docket on Thursday when I went to pretty early in that sense. Judge, I know, I'm so sorry.
Stop.
I'm doing okay. Okay, the cause number, Judge, is 2527
Okay.
996.
Yes.
Yes, and Judge, we have spoken about this case before. It's someone that's in ICE custody. I was speaking with the state right now. So essentially what's going on with this case, an immigration judge ordered removal. And they have, yes, and he's from Cuba, so we're also
That's
like,
what I was surprised
what's
by.
going on?
Didn't
Yeah.
work.
Maybe the retaliation case killed it. you know?
I'm not, that's not me saying, like.
But you should be able to do you have an order that says that so we can see it, just so we
I
know?
have the information from EOIR that says
Don't show it here because we're live streaming. I don't want you guys to show your computer.
That's not me saying it's council not to, she absolutely is like, I didn't.
I mean, I gotta revoke it then. If they're gonna remove him, I have to revoke it. I can't just leave it open.
So, Judge, this is what's going on with the immigration case. Just so the removal order was in place and they have appealed.
Oh, okay. Well, if you're gonna appeal it, then I'll wait.
Yes, and that appeal is currently pending. So we're just waiting on the
Do we know
decision.
the date that that's gonna be resolved?
I'm not sure. I feel like right now, I don't really know.
I mean, how long do they take the appeals? Do you have any clue?
So the appeal was actually received on August 14th, Judge, but there was a brief.
August? Or you mean April?
No, August 14th. of
Last year?
Last year.
What?
And then a brief was received on February 14th of this year. So it says that right now that appeal is pending. I'm assuming they're looking over the brief or I don't know. I don't know why it should take
This
this
is from
long.
September of last year now. I got it.
And this has been, the reason it's so old is because it's been the ICE issue.
Mhm.
There has to be argument. Is there a date set for argument on the appeal? You know, once everybody sets their briefs, you know, oral argument requested or denied or,
I don't see one listed here, Judge, but I do have contact with his wife, so I can confirm with her.
so when are we set?
We are set this Thursday.
So keep it on for this Thursday, reach out to them, ask them, you know, when of the date. He's got an immigration lawyer because wife's probably may not know. If wife doesn't know, we reach out to the immigration lawyer to see, hey, what's the process? Is it now going to argument? If so, when is that going to happen? And then, you know, once that happens, how long does it take to get an answer? And we'll go from there.
Judge, I do have a family emergency that took place and I have family from Mexico coming in
You're
Wednesday
welcome.
evening. If I could do Monday, Judge, and
Later that
if,
week?
if anything happens, I could have another PD step in for me,
PD?
another public defender.
You're at the PD's office?
Yes, I am. I am, Judge.
How long have you been gone from,
I started in July.
oh, okay, wow. Or pick, if you want to do later in the week, that's fine too. Doesn't matter to me. I don't care.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Judge. I appreciate it.
All right. Good luck.
Judge, are we gonna do a peanut bar on Kevin Beers?
Yeah. Yeah, all right, we're done. That's it.
Thank you, Your Honor. Hey, Judge,
Hi.
yeah, what's wrong?
Okay, who's your guy?
Fuentes Lobo, and I got the contract now. They sent the contract this morning. Yeah.
So we'll give you 2 to 2.5 weeks.
Okay, appreciate it.
If it's not done by that point, I'm going to bring this person back day for day until they get it done.
I told them.
Good.
Okay.
Thanks, have fun. Hey, come on up. Yes. See. Hi.
Mr. Guillermo Gonzalez.
Dallas?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We're here for an update on the DWI PTI. We just received the contract. We're gonna be discussing it,
Okay.
signing it, and then I'll be sending it to the DA's office.
So you still have to get the interlock and pay the DA fee, right?
No, I just received the contract. Sitting there, received the contract. So we're gonna be discussing it, signing it, notarizing it, and then I'll be sending it to the DA's office so that they can.
We need
Yeah,
time for the
yes,
interlock.
exactly.
Right, okay,
Yeah,
so
well,
we'll give you 2 weeks.
He'll be signing a no driving affidavit because he doesn't have a driver's license, so
Okay.
he'll get the portable device or the scan, whatever they
Yeah,
decide.
yeah, okay, we'll give you a couple weeks. Okay.
Yes,
Thanks, Sylvia.
please, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Blaze, so are y'all going next door now? Are you?
Yeah, we got a panel coming down now, Your Honor.
Maybe it'll cave, you never
I
know.
don't know when, you know how that goes, but.
Yeah, well, good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll see you.
Hey, do not try to talk to the prosecutors. Sit down. At you going? I mean,
Yes, I do. No. That's a little jack for this time. So. That's what you have those waivers, Judge?
these? Oh, I see. Yeah, I didn't see it. Yeah.
That's gonna be the cheapest fast. The other one works better. So. Yeah. So we can pay this.
Oh, my God. I Bastielli picked up another case. Ah.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. You made it wrong.
What was the last name? Okay, what are you waiting for? Is it a restitution in business?
We don't use paper.
All right, how is May 20 to the 22nd? No, how is, let's see. May 13 or the 15th? 14th, all right, please adjourn pending. You're welcome.
Oh, that's the super trouble. Yeah, yeah. I think it's very good. And put out the. If you put one, it was her, Eric. Okay. So they got to. We should do that. That's just similar to. Then more super types of. Yeah, just put it in there and go ahead. Yeah, you're right. 40 difference too. Just put it in there. Yeah. He wants me to. Yeah.
Your new ones?
Yeah.
Just want me to combine or job. So students move you out to a legal.
Is where the problem is, but I think you know. And that Robert does that, we all. Yes, yes.
For a job and you're not back, it's like that.
Okay. Is that one of the my other case, the non-new ones, I would try to do normal.
Hey. Judge, just approaching on Josue Bueno. He says that he got drug tested yesterday and that his results came back clean. Now, I've not independently verified that, but. Josue Bueno?
Bueno was presumptive negative.
Can I get a standard reset on him, Judge?
PVR was for missing a test, right?
Yes, Judge.
Let him know that and admonish him that if he misses again, I will issue a warrant. But
Yes,
yeah,
Judge. And
standard
he's
reset.
right there in the jury box.
Come on. Stop talking to everyone. Do you understand? Please. If you miss again, it's not going to go well. Do you understand? If they call you, you have to go test. Next time you miss, a warrant issues.
Sir.
Okay, all right, got it.
Judge. I'll go back to.
Good to go? Yeah.
Yes. I know that the job is. Yeah. Yeah. Mr. Williams, you can help us. Coordinator. That's just gonna be so much, of course, work records, 12 o'clock. I wouldn't. That's what that's what it is. They like, I just let it alone. See what happens. He's just not right. Yes. More options. I wonder. Let me see. That is last week. Eric Williams, come on up. So also you change it to.
I don't know, I had a discharge, the one that we had on the file. That's just the increase supervisor.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. So, yeah.
Your Honor, may I approach on another case? Judge, I've got Zandre Smith. He's set for bond forfeiture today, I believe. I've not been able to get in touch with him.
Okay,
Unless he appears today.
I'll end up revoking it.
We're waiting to send him for a testing while you're on the here.
Oh, he's testing?
No, if he appears, he hasn't appeared.
Oh, yeah,
I believe he's been failing to report to probation.
right, so did we file a motion to revoke
Or Mr.
Smith?
There's Zandre Smith.
There's a current motion.
There's a current motion to adjudicate, Judge, based on his new law violations.
So I'm gonna revoke all of them then. So on the UCW, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna wait till the end of docket to see if he shows up, but if he doesn't show up by the end of docket, it'll be $15,004 or do 15,004
For which one, Judge?
UCW.
Unlawful carrying.
Yeah, he's on deferred for the unlawful carrying and it's in, there's a current motion.
Okay.
On the AFM, 5,004, as with the criminal trespass, 5,004. And then I'll give you a heads up and I'll text you if he ends up showing up.
Yes, Judge, I can always zoom on if, okay, thank you, Judge.
The previous one was Smith and Sample last year.
Okay, please.
There's two motions. One was in the. Okay, if Smith shows up, I'll.
Yeah, I'll put it in the notes. All right, thank you.
Sorry.
Yeah. We had the last week, we didn't sign, we had a couple of days, here today. He previously signed a note in February and it expired. Yes.
Let's sign the, yeah, I wanted to sign another one.
It's fine, okay.
Yeah.
I have it in here, so once he comes up, I'll sign it.
Okay.
Wait till either images or yeah, you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm here today on Mr. Devontae Bullock. He was the gentleman that was sent over to take a drug test yesterday, and he's returned to court.
Bullock. Next door, I think they are.
Bullock, Your Honor, Bullock was presumptive positive for THC and it's pending the lab confirmation.
Okay.
And he's here in the back of the court.
And he did disclose to us that he had utilized THC recently.
Mr. Bullock. You now stand charged with another burglary of a motor vehicle. So they now have you on 2 charges of burglary of motor vehicle. I'm telling you that I'm going to do everything in my power to protect my public. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how young you are. You go out there, you start acting a fool. It's not going to go well for you. Do you understand? I just set someone's bond now at nearly $30,000 because they're out there running amok. Don't do it. I'm going to test you 50 days from today. If I find that you continue to use, it's not going to go well for you. Do you understand? We need to do probable cause on the new B&B because we haven't done it. So do you mind? On the new case,
Is that failure to ID?
no. So there is a failure to ID. There's one BMV, and I guess later on in the day goes out and allegedly has another BMV. Okay.
On April 7th, 2025, law enforcement officers were dispatched to a burglary call in Harris County, Texas, and met with the complaining witness, who stated that around 6 a.m. he heard his car alarm going off and observed 2 males wearing all black making entry into his vehicle. Another law enforcement officer that was dispatched to that location observed 2 males matching the description in the same area, and the defendant had complaining witness's key fob on his person that was in the middle console of the vehicle. I believe when they broke it.
So that's how they put him, because he's got someone else's key fob.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Then he was identified by movable AFIS.
I think I need to get attached to that third one.
We'll attach you to it now. Yeah. So do you want to file a, I guess another one because he has a new case?
One in Fort 16?
Yeah. Or I guess we need to get it over here. You want to do a transfer? Okay. Yeah. You want
That's
to?
what I was gonna say. On mine, it was still showing.
Yes. I don't want you out in the middle of the night. I'm going to put a monitor on your ankle so I know where you are at all times. I don't want you to have any contact with the complaining witnesses in this case, and I don't want you to go anywhere where they live. You pick up a 4th case, I'm going to go haywire. Do you understand? What are you doing with yourself these days?
No, I'm gonna finish school and I'll think about joining military.
Not while you have all these cases open. Did you not get enough sleep last night?
Not really.
While these cases are open, you must either have a job or get back into school full time. When you have too much time on your hands, you become self-destructive. And the days of you just sitting doing nothing are not going to happen. I'm bringing you back in 2 weeks and I want to see what you have done to get a job. If you have done nothing, it's not going to go well for you. Do you understand?
That's not.
Do you have an ID? Okay, I want you to start going applying for as many jobs as you can, or you get back into school. while these cases are open, military is not going to take you. I don't think if that's something that you want to go do, that would be great because that would give you great structure, which you probably really need. I mean, the military would be a fantastic idea for you that would really, could potentially put you on a career path that could just lead you to the clouds, really. What you're doing now, you're charged with 2 counts of burglary. You know what that'll do to your career? Who hires burglars? No. You think you won't even get financial aid with that kind of stuff? Really, it will hose your whole career. So for now, you must either get a full-time job, start looking into going back into school, but you doing nothing, it's not going to happen. Do you understand? All right. So what we'll do is we'll bring him back in 2 weeks. We'll see what he's done. I'm going to test you 50 days. Don't use. And I'm giving you a curfew of 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If I find that you're out past curfew, I will revoke all of your bonds. They're going to go high. Okay. Thanks. All right. Take care, Mr. Bullock. James Pons.
Yeah, I just got your email about Miss Ford. But it's marijuana, so I mean, it could have been before. She's only been on bond like a month.
But I want her to know that I'm going to test her so she just can't continue to use. I didn't see what it was actually, so I'm just not.
That's what I'm saying. What if I tell her, hey, you came positive, there's gonna be another test, the judge can tell if you're using,
Let me see.
continue using. I can have her come to court, but I just think the issue's probably that she just was put on bond a few weeks ago.
My only thing is that it bears a little more weight when it comes from me versus just you. But if you want to do that, then I'm with you. But I'm going to test her 50 days from the day that she took that last test.
I agree with you, so let's come back Thursday, or I'll bring her Thursday.
Yep.
Because this case is the case.
I'm not
where-
going to ding her on it, right? But I want her to know that she just can't use.
But her arraignment was a little bit different because we were talking about the probable cause because she was found sleeping in a tow truck.
Oh, I remember the case.
Okay, so that's her. So I had to call her and say, hey, your case wasn't dismissed, even though my argument was excellent.
It was.
Right, they denied our request, so she was like, she didn't have formal, like, she didn't get a reset, I didn't talk to her afterwards, so.
So bring her in, so let's talk and then.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, everybody will be.
Hi, counsel.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm here on Mr. David Prado. The case is about 174 days old, so we can talk.
Prego?
Prado, P-R-A.
Okay, I see.
Yes, Judge, I believe the DA's office wants to follow up with the complainant. They're also made an offer to make the case go away with BIP classes, online BIP classes.
BIP.
I'm hoping online because I know this, 18 classes can be a lot.
You see which one?
No, Your Honor.
You do me a favor, if you don't mind, please. Our chief is across the way because they're chiefless in 7. If you can just find out which BIP class it is, and then if it's the online one, we'll give you some time. Whereas we have to micromanage more the 18-week because it's just such a big headache to get it done.
And just so for your knowledge, Judge, for this particular case, there are no medical records, no ER, no wounds. I think feelings were hurt more than anything else.
And that's why you probably got the offer you did,
Right, exactly.
I want to know, or do you want to ask? You want to go and ask?
I just reached out to him, I'll see if he responds.
Yeah, he's over there now, so.
Yeah, you want me to pull him to the side, Judge?
Because I'm giving you different resets based on which one it is.
Right.
Yeah, because I'm going to give you, if it's the BIP, the 18-week, I'm going to give you a longer reset versus the other one. That's why.
Okay, Judge.
Please.
Thank you.
Sylvia. Oh, you need him? Okay. Hey. No, because remember the last time they got mad for that, but, so that's why.
Milton Avalar? Oh. It's
What is it?
Oh.
Yeah.
That's her, okay.
That's what, Ramona was coming to talk about, I think it's a long walkthrough or an auto head.
See.
But I don't know if he's here yet. She's just giving us a heads up.
I don't think they're here yet, Judge. Just a heads up.
Got it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Are we doing it? Oh, that's.
You saw this one affirmed, I'll wait for the end of this. Packet that you went over the attorney, application, signed form, initial forge, especially on. You saw swear that all information on this affidavit that you signed for the terms record.
Step, he's the interpreter.
Page 252.
Oh.
So sorry.
She chose 10 o'clock.
Right.
And so you're.
We're still waiting for the lawyer, Miss Sabrina. So I'll give you a heads up when they appear.
Okay, no
Thanks.
problem.
So.
May I approach them?
Yeah.
They're mid voir dire. They're beginning voir dire now in Judge Rice Court. Now, I am awaiting an affidavit from the complainant. So,
Set it for a week then,
okay.
you know. I'll waive the appearance for the next setting, just because there's nothing for him to really
Yes, Your Honor.
need. But I want to get this case wrapped up, so can you let him know to make a decision on which one he wants to do? We'll come back in a week and then we'll see. If it's the 18-week class, what we do is we will set the case off for 5 weeks. And they must have at least 4 classes done by the next setting. If they have it done, set them off for another 5 weeks for them to get another 4 classes done. If they don't get it done, they get put to trial. Because I'm not going to sit here and micromanage a case that's 200 to 300 days old.
And then with the online portion.
Then we'll set it for a couple weeks for them to get it done because it's only a 4-hour class.
Okay.
Then that's it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay?
Sure.
See you in a week.
I appreciate it, Curtis.
Absolutely.
Second.
Yeah.
Hi.
Good morning, Judge.
Hi.
I have Ms. Davila on docket today. Davila.
Okay.
We submitted the mitigation packet in the application for the DWI PTI program. They kicked it back. We got it notarized. I'm trying to send it in right now, but I'm unable to because the Wi-Fi is not acting right. So can we get maybe like a week reset to allow them to make a decision on her?
Yeah, just get it submitted today,
Yes, sir.
please, so that we know. If they say no, she has to be back here, so we can just take care of it. If they say yes, she's got to be back here, so we can send her to go do a TRAS. If it's no decision has been made, it'll be waived, and then I'll email them and say what the heck is going on. So I don't want her to be here for nothing, but if it's a yes or no, she got to be here. If it's a I don't know yet, then I wait. Okay? Yes. Got it. Yes, ma'am. Thanks.
All right, there you go. You're welcome. No, this was
Stick around there. Okay. When I say this particular one, we're on, usually keywords. So it's
Sometimes people think that there's something about a person with the team. I wasn't very about this. I guess you would say. No, you could. I guess you should. That must be smart. It's all about energy. Okay. That's the door yesterday. It's good. But yeah. Some days are all. That would be the.
Judge, may we approach?
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning.
Hi.
Judge, I'm here on an off-docket matter. I have a client that has a warrant. I brought him in to request a bond.
Hey, what's the cause? Oh, this is this. Okay. Did you get the cause number, Steve?
Sure.
Then bring him in, please. You might bring him up.
Yes, absolutely. Mr. McQueen?
Judge, we have a PSR, so I'll bring it up to you.
Your phone on tape?
Orion McQueen.
Yeah, I have one.
I think he's got it. Mr. McQueen, you're charged with indecent assault. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Thank you, Judge. On April 4th, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, a law enforcement officer was dispatched to a sexual assault call and contact with the complaining witness, who stated that her and the defendant, her stepfather, were on their way home. The defendant began talking about the CW's boyfriend and then stated he wishes that she was his so he could, and this is quoting directly, Your Honor,
say it,
taste her, fuck her, and that her innocence draws him towards her. Once inside the residence, the defendant came up from behind the complaining witness, wrapped his arms around her, and proceeded to kiss and lick the side of the complaining witness's neck. The complaining witness attempted to get away from the defendant, but the defendant restrained her until they fell to the floor, and the complaining witness was able to break free, run to her room, and lock the door. The complaining witness is 19 years old.
Mr. McQueen, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case. I'm now issuing what's called a magistrate's order of emergency protection. This is a court order that identifies her as a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person. Commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You cannot be in possession of a weapon or go within 200 feet of where she lives, or where she works. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you violate this court order, the state can and probably will file a violation of a protective order, and that is the capital murder of misdemeanors. Don't pick up a violation of protective order.
Yes, sir.
You're ordered not to have any contact and not to be in possession of weapons. Okay. Okay, so now we need to talk about a bond. Guys, what say you?
Your Honor, due to the nature of the case and the defendant's criminal history, this state will request a $5,000 bond. You said.
What, was that 5,000, Judge? 5,000 is fine, Judge.
Okay, I'm gonna set your bond per agreement of the parties at $5,000. Do you have a bonding company here now?
We do.
Okay, I'll allow you to walk out with your bonding company. Do not pick up any new cases. Do not. He has 2 prior AFMs. One of them against the same complaining witness. Can you please let me know?
Yes, Your Honor, if I can just have a moment.
Yeah.
No, I know. He chose the next one.
I don't know if, I see
It's
2
not-
AFMs.
it's not the
I'm
same
just not.
I don't believe it is the same person, Your Honor, from what I have,
Small baby.
case.
Yeah, like 10 years.
It is not some complaint witness, Your Honor.
Okay, so we'll set your bond at like I said, at 5,000. Don't pick up any new cases. Don't do anything to violate the conditions of this bond. Otherwise, it's not going to go well for you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All I want is my community safe. I'm going to do everything in my power to protect it. So we'll have you now, since reset or no?
Are they posting their own bond?
Yeah,
Then we don't.
yeah, we're not going to do a reset at this time because what'll happen is he'll get a 7-day, we can't essentially. So once he goes post bond, you will get a 7-day setting. Just reach out to Victoria, email, and then we can give you a further date. So you just don't have to come back in a week.
Thank you, Judge.
We'll have him sign all his conditions. Now, do not leave until you sign your conditions, and after that, we'll let you go. And then we'll let him go with the bonding company.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay, thanks, guys. All right. So do you mind filing the MOUP and the conditions, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Sean, you ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
Hey,
How are you?
what's,
About to go pick a jury, so having some fun.
are you next door?
An 8.
Or an 8?
Yeah, there's one going on at 7 too, though. So I'm approaching on that, remember we had the Doug Evans plea and there was the superfine issue about whether it should be issued or not. And you had put it in place, but told me to just, bring something back to you. Wasn't sure the exact means about how to address it because I don't think it's on the judgment. So I don't know if it's something that we just tell probation or if it needs to be a pro tunc. But I found the code and how it speaks to the final conviction aspect of it. Because he just started getting text today about having to start paying it.
Okay.
And so I was like, well, let me get in here real quick. And,
Give me a
on
second.
it.
Let me, you know what? I'm going to also reach out to my staff as well, my staff lawyer, to see
Okay.
essentially how we go around.
And can I give you a
Yes,
code section just to have on hand?
give it to me.
Okay, so it is 709001 subsection B. Yeah, and then that's where you'll see the final conviction language there about it. Okay, great. And if you need me to come back or file or anything like that, feel free to call or.
Let me, because I want to make sure I don't like to do things the wrong way. So let me send an email, give me a couple hours,
Sure.
and then I can get back to you. As soon
I'll
as
try and come by for maybe on a break or something like that.
Do you have the cost number handy?
Yes, I do. It is 2518349. Thank you, Judge. I appreciate you.
Thanks. Guys, come on up. You ready?
Morning, Judge.
Hi.
I'm here on an off docket matter. It's a request to amend bond conditions that is unopposed by the DA's office. My client, I guess we'll give the case number.
What's the cost number?
It's 2553235.
Is this on Miss Iwoma?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
Okay. Help me.
Situation is that her husband has been given a promotion and in late May, I think May the 27th, 26th, is being transferred to Blythewood, South Carolina, which is near Columbia, South Carolina.
Okay.
And she would request that she be allowed to go to South Carolina with her husband and appear either virtually at court appearances or be allowed to fly back to Houston for court appearances.
I don't think that there are any travel restrictions now, but it's a DWI second. So she must still comply with the conditions that she has as far as whether she has an interlock whether she has a scrim, whatever the conditions are, I'm okay with her going. I don't care where she goes, as long as she's in compliance with the bond conditions and she doesn't pick up any new cases. That's my only concern.
That's fine.
Did you get the cause number, Anthony?
Do we want to make adjustments to the random drug test?
No, no, I don't want to do anything special. I mean, she's got to remain in compliance. So the problem is that she may get called upon to do drug or alcohol or drug testing. If she does, she's going to have to go to a Quest diagnostic wherever she is. She could get that done there. I will not accept Punka City, a better drug test, because I want a reputable lab that's ASCLD certified, and I know that's not something where you can just buy a result. And I think that Quest is, pretty reputable. So if she gets called upon to do a drug test, she needs to go to a Quest, and it's on her to get it to you guys, to get it to us, so we know. She's still gonna have to come down. Does she have an interlock or does she have a scram? Well, she's still gonna have to come down to get it calibrated.
Okay.
So that's on her to come down to get it calibrated. And I don't know how often. She probably does that like once a month, I would imagine. So she's still gonna have to get that done. That's not something that you can do remotely. So as long as she's in compliance, I'm okay where she goes there.
It's in the calibration period, and you get every 2 months. Could you extend the calibration to every 60 days rather than every 30?
Because then I don't know if she's like out there and it'll take a while for me to, because I mean, theoretically, I'll extend it to 60 days. It's going to get her time to get over here. It takes me at least a couple weeks to get it. So if she drinks on that day, I'll get the violation in 90 days. And then it just,
Sure.
yeah. So the thing is I can't show you guys favorable treatment that I wouldn't show to anybody else.
All right.
I want to be fair to every single person. Everybody gets treated the right way. So they're the same way. So I'm not saying no, but you just have to comply with the conditions.
Okay.
It may be more arduous because you're going there, but hey, that's the cost of doing business.
Can she, when her court's appearance is set, she needs to, I'm sorry?
Your appearance is waived.
Oh, okay, perfect.
We waive everybody's appearance. As long as you're in compliance, we may never even see you. Well, this is a second, so it's definitely gonna, at some point, we're gonna see her.
Right, calculation done. All right, well, that's all we have, Judge. Thank you for your time.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, let me do the bail order before I forget.
Yeah, that should be. And the motion for submitting your feedback. Unless we supervise on the side of the leads, it's the still. It's the transfer of no power. From the actual. And she knows the one she doesn't know this. I love it. Yes, that's what it's just offering. That you get sure.
Hey, good morning.
Pretty counseling your dog again. We worked out a 4-year deferred upstairs. And he's applying for interstate compact. They pushed us to Monday to get the supporting documentation. Judge, I talked to Mr. Jurisic by email yesterday, and he's made a time served offer on the DWI here. I wanted to see if that's something the court's willing to accept, but that time
It's a
served.
first, right?
It is a first.
I'm okay with that.
That offer is dependent on him entering the plea on the deferred. So if we'll push to Monday, he's got a plea on the deferred to get he hasn't pled on the deferred because we pushed to Monday so he can apply for interstate compact. because he's a California resident.
Come up, Mr. Greathouse.
Is that okay? Okay, just check. Probably around the 180 mark, I think it was.
Of course, I don't have a problem with it. Yeah, you have to be very, very careful. You know, here in our court, we do the fugitive cases. So I handle all the cases here where someone gets arrested in Harris County for an open warrant they may have in any other state, Wyoming, Delaware, California, Oklahoma. If you have a warrant that originates in another state and you're arrested here in Harris County, I handle all those cases. One of the cases that is most difficult and frustrating to deal with are the interstate compact cases. Because, and she's shaking her head over there because it really is, she's our fugitive prosecutor. Because if you do something to violate conditions where they have to issue an interstate compact warrant and you end up in jail, you will sit there for months on end waiting for anything to resolve, waiting for the interstate compact people to do whatever they need to do to resolve cases. So if you are getting on this deferred upstairs, which is a very serious deferred, right? And you violate conditions and they have to issue a warrant, you could be months upon months sitting in jail. So the only thing I'm trying to tell you is take it seriously. Don't take it as a joke. Everything is done on timing, so you got to do stuff on time. Don't take off. It's the worst thing that you could possibly do when you're on a deferred. Just do what you're supposed to do, and everything ends up well. When you don't, on these interstate compact cases, it's a complete nightmare. You want Monday?
Yeah, please.
Absolutely.
Thank
Okay, so we'll push you off Monday and then we'll see you then. Okay.
Monday, the 21st?
Hey, hi, Alan.
How are you today?
Good morning.
I'd like to first approach Mr. Milton Eduardo Avalar.
Okay.
Mr. Avalar, we completed the documents. He signed them yesterday, and then he's here today, and we hand signed them. So
you can't
hand sign.
Hand sign. Okay, great. So we'll just give you a normal reset.
Perfect. Yeah. Thank you. And then regarding Mr. Reginald Wayne James, the gentleman who's got the new charge for murder. Got ABI in this court.
You said the last name was James?
Yes, sir. Reginald
Is he in
Ronald
custody?
Wayne James. He's in custody. Yes, sir. And I have a cause number if that would help.
I got it now. Okay. Oh, right, the murder case.
Yes, sir. So I can see that the 176 has its next court date set for the 25th of June.
Yeah, we usually do no more than 30 days, just so that no one gets, I am gonna revoke the assault. I'll set it at 5,001.
Okay.
And then let's just do 30 days just to make sure, because sometimes people move stuff up and I just don't want them to get forgotten about. So do 30 days. When we come back in 30 days, if nothing's changed, then we'll give you that date after the 25th.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Cool. Thanks.
Watch me go.
Yes.
Thank
Everything, we're good? Signed? Okay.
Thank you.
Money.
Thanks for your help.
So 5,001 on Mr. Jones. Yeah.
Maybe 3 days, let's see for that. Especially when I'm doing anything.
Hey, how come court seven's trying a case? I always hear that we can't try a case. You know?
Where were they? What's y'all's in 30 days? Right now it's on 700. Or the second. Just in after. Yeah, so. You're gonna be out to work the following week. Yeah.
I was gonna email you this, but I'm gonna be glad to explain, but I'll email it anyway.
Which day?
So actually, Verizon ran, and we ran into a situation before, and I think to fix it, we just send a copy that was signed. And I think Dave talked to the judge about this, and I was explaining like. Order, we should. So. The one that we took. But I know Dave remembers speaking about it and what I told him, I think he was like advocating, like, it's fine, accept it, but.
Oh, did you sign?
I was like, let's just get it over, we get an order signed. So it's a pet food package downstairs in the morning. Have pictures of little kids to the marriage, and then the defendant refused to sign.
Is Avalar still
And
there?
he refused to waive, he refused to sign.
But the judge didn't sign the refusal.
He didn't sign the order. It was like a teletype thing. He only signed the justice, the service return. Those we usually, we don't file those until the sheriff's return. And we still don't take those as orders technically, even though it says defendant refused to waive in the service return. It's not the actual order. It's just a specific return for the out of county, just picking, like, us picking them up on the out of county warrants.
So we don't, basically, we don't use their track record.
Yeah, we have because we have the teletype of the waiver form and the refusal order. But then it's signed, it's just like the stamp. It's all like,
Okay.
so I'm probably gonna email PC court to see if I can get the judge down there to sign.
Okay.
That would be filed that for the order, saying that the judge signed it on this phase. But I wanted to give you a heads up. Y'all require an order, what about y'all be effective, or y'all just something saying the judge understands that refuse to like,
Did you look anybody else out?
you know, on the order, we have just any signature store, the judge understands. Or y'all move it over. You know what, they okay.
Thank you.
I'll email Melanie.
Okay. Just checking.
Yes, there's a private.
Hey, it's 6.
Oh, they can bump. Oh, he's not, yeah, Jeff. On the coin, did you want state farm conditions? The one that we were doing the walk-in for?
Yeah, it's state, he filed bond conditions and no contact and no weapons so that it outlives the mowing.
And we need to mow all the right, so that's what we're doing. Okay. So I haven't been able to get.
It might take, like Deeds is working slow today, so it might take a little bit to get,
So once I get.
but once,
I'll probably print it out and do it.
yeah, you don't have to sit here and wait. As soon as we get all of it, we'll just bring him up, he'll sign it, and they can walk out with the bonding company. So bonding company's gotta wait. Right, he just walks out back with the bond company, posts a bond, and then you get the set, whenever it gives you the 7-day setting, just email them. It's gonna take a while to get, do you have anything yet?
No, it's.
Hey. Let me make sure he's filed it too.
Okay, I will.
And what we do. That's true, that's true.
Okay, Alan.
Good morning, Your Honor. I wanted to reapproach on the MOEP for Mr. Avalar.
Okay.
Specifically in the orders, it still says that he is prohibited from going near the residence of a member.
No, I took it off. I took it off.
So that was my recollection, Your Honor.
Oh, maybe we didn't do it on the new one. And the new one, we forgot to do it.
So, Judge, I know that you took it off. I was just, I'm sorry, this was I just wasn't here when we were doing it. What the specific reason was for taking off the residency? Because my understanding based on the RIP and everything is that they're not together. They're no longer together.
I thought you said that they wanted to have contact.
So it wasn't him, Your Honor. I don't think he's surprised to all that has happened over the last week.
Come up, Mr. Avalar.
Okay, you know what? I see a note, John.
Thank you.
We're good?
Yeah, I didn't see the note from the.
So, because I thought that they're still together.
I don't think about the fire or any of that stuff, Your Honor, so I think.
Right, that's because there was a fire, he was going to help her or something, and so that's why the new case is.
Yes, I'm aware about that part. I had contact with her, I think a few days before, John did, and I didn't see John's note, so my apologies.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You can just write this one, Judge, and I'll make copies, because I'm gonna have to paper file.
So do it on this one or?
You can do it on this one.
So I put, look. Is this okay? It's exactly.
We can do that, but I know that this will only last 61 days. After 61 days, they're not going to follow this. That's how the. So, I mean, we can keep it going.
But I've still got it on the other.
On the, if you have it on the bond conditions.
Yeah, I've got them on bond.
You can sign on this one as well.
Yeah. Miss Wright.
And I'll give them.
Good morning. How's it going?
Oh, well, I wanted to approach and, I know the DAs have kind of moved around. Let me get my case number. My phone just did something silly. It's Andy, who's pulling it up. I'm sorry. My phone did something done.
Okay.
I asked the DA, I know that the issue, with the, blood, I mean, the breath. And so, they're going to eval for a dismissal, and I just want to see if we can maybe do a couple of weeks.
Well,
Let me-
it's 193 days old.
I know.
I'm getting harangued because all my cases are way too old. I mean, how long did it take you to eval the case?
Not long, Judge. I just need to, I just need to get with our blood experts and figure out the
Okay,
exact, once I get the extrapolation back, so it shouldn't take them more than a couple of days to get back.
well, it's gonna give you at least a week.
That's
You know,
fine.
The week and then come back and then I mean, if this is something that your client's also willing or wanting to do PTI, Elena, if you can have him also start working on the packet just in case,
Yes, sir.
you know? So let's do a week and then come back and let us know whether you want to go forward or not.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thanks. Guys, you ready? Or no?
Oh, we're good, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, waive the appearance of defendant. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, on,
Let me get your comment. It's still.
251-8349. I don't know if we need to do enough to take off the fee.
Supervisor, is it a condition?
I put it on, but we need to satisfy just the supervisory, the DPS.
Oh, it's a DPS?
Yeah, just the DPS. I was wrong in putting it on.
Yeah, it's gonna be released there.
Ms. Hudson, hey, good morning.
Asking for the first one, I have two.
Okay,
Requesting a reset date. We submitted her mitigation packet back in March, on March 25th. And from my understanding, we're still waiting on the state to review it and give us an answer.
do you have everything?
Your Honor, I believe we do have everything.
Okay. I'm gonna do a week. It's 205 days old. So 1 week must appear if there's a decision. So that we can send for a TRAS. If they say no, then here to take care of the case. Who else do you have?
The second one is Crystal Gonzalez.
All right.
And I was actually informed today that she's accepted into the PTI program. So we just need to get her contract,
Is she? Okay, so you've done everything. So do you have the contract yet?
I do not have the contract yet. He just told me that she was.
Why have they not sent the contract? It's 262 days old.
Sure, it looks like they approved her today. They approved her today, so I'm not sure, and the TRS is still pending.
So it's a schedule.
Hey, can you tell me if the TRAS is done on Crystal Gonzalez?
There's no figure for biological.
Okay, then I'm sending her right now.
Yes,
Is
sir.
she here?
Yes, she is.
Okay, we need to send her right now.
Yes, sir.
We need to send her, please, for a TRAS. Let's set it for a couple days, maybe like 3 days, so that we know that it gets done. And then we'll fast track it to Ms. Gomez. That way they have it and they can get you the contract. Okay?
Yes, sir. And will her parents be waived for that date?
If it's done, yes. Okay.
TRAS
If for
is-
some reason she doesn't get it done, then she's got to be here and she's got to we're setting up a trial or taking something.
Okay.
But I'm like literally fast, it's 260 days, so I'm fast tracking this as much as I can. So if she gets it done, we'll set it for, I guess, Monday. Okay, appearance waived. If she doesn't go get it done today, then it's plea or trial. If she gets it done, we'll set it to get the TRS and then send it to them and then to get you the contract that day.
Yes, sir. Thank
Okay?
you.
Yes, ma'am. Hi.
Hi, Mayor, Coach.
Please. This is on Helsinki. Al-Salkini.
Yes, Your Honor. That's the only issue we may run into. Your Honor, we have reached a resolution in this matter. The state has made another offer, which my client is interested in. However, I'm taking into consideration the language barrier here. I'm not sure, but I have to
But I have
double
it
check.
translated.
No, I'm saying, he understands that an offer is a BIP class. The thing is, I'm trying to see if the BIP class is offered in Arabic. That may be the only thing.
It's an online?
Yes, I'm quite sure they can.
Hold on.
Yeah.
It's an online bid class?
Yes, sir. I haven't seen one, so I didn't want that to be an issue when it comes to timeliness.
I usually have experience on these courses. Usually they provide an interpreter.
Okay. They'll
Even
provide
for
one.
even for the classes.
Okay. Is that something we have to request prior to?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
For each class.
Okay.
I'm sorry to just interrupt. I was
That's
just
okay.
sharing my
That's all right.
experience.
Okay. Because most of them I've seen are English or Spanish, but I didn't know if that would be.
Arabic and French too.
Okay.
So how are we gonna get that done? I mean, his case is 227 days old. I'm gonna give you guys a couple weeks to get it done.
Yes, we can figure it out. I'll figure it out.
And then I'm gonna tell him I'm setting his case for trial.
I'll figure it out.
So-
If she gave a possible alternative as far as getting an interpreter in to assist with the course, so I can.
Mr. Al-Salkini, come up.
I didn't know that was out there, an option.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna have a translator interpret, so please keep quiet. Okay, Ms. Kuja, thank you for coming. Will you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear to interpret word for word what transpires here?
I swear.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Al-Salkini, you are charged with assault of a family member.
مرحبا أستاذ السكين. أنت هنا اليوم بتهمة الاعتداء على أحد أفراد الأسرة.
Your case is old at 227 days.
ملفك قديم هو 267 يوم.
It appears that you have worked out a plea bargain agreement that you wish to accept.
حضرتك اتفقت على يعني إدانة اللي يعني ناقشت إدانة واتفقت عليها. حابب تتفق على هذه الإدانة؟ Yes.
Due to the age of the case, I'm giving you 2 weeks to complete this class.
بما إنه الملف قديم راح أعطي حضرتك أسبوعين من شان تخلص الحصص.
If it is not complete, your case will be set for trial.
إذا ما تم انتهاء أو استكفاء الحصص بأسبوعين فراح أرسل ملفك للمحاكمة.
Okay, so we'll give you whatever day you want, and then we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Happy
Good luck, sir.
holidays.
Thank you, so.
Thanks. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Ms. Kuja. You're excused.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you. Hi. Yes, ma'am. Hi, good morning.
I was appointed to Mr. Mendoza on your in custody docket.
So I'll ask you.
He has 2 cases, an assault family violence that was a prior bond forfeiture, and a failure to ID. I was appointed this morning on those cases and we have filed bail orders.
Okay.
On the older, we're requesting PR bonds, sir. On the old assault family violence, he did let me know, he was in communication with his attorney and the his appearances were being waived over an ERD court. I do show a reset from July 1st saying he doesn't need to appear and setting it for July 3rd where he does need to appear and his signatures are not on it. And he said he did not know. But
He picked up a felony violation of a bond condition.
that's correct, Your Honor. That was filed as a 2B warrant.
I don't know anything about the cases and I haven't spoken to him in a very long time. Does he speak English?
He does, yes, sir.
Great. I'm gonna have them, is he bringing, they're bringing him in? He has not made bond on the felony case, so.
That's correct.
Good morning, Mr. Mendoza. Sir, you're charged with 2 cases with us. You were charged with assault of a family member. You're now also charged with failure to identify oneself to a peace officer while being a fugitive from justice. That allegation kicks it up to a Class A, so you're also facing a year in jail and/or a $4,000 fine. This case is, the assault is a year old. I have no idea what is going on with it, so I'm gonna have you refresh my memory real quick. What happened, please?
On the AFM?
Please. On all 3.
So on the AFM, which is the original charge, on April 6, 2024, officers spoke with the complainant witness who stated she was involved in a physical altercation with the defendant after the defendant became upset with her over food and struck her several times with a closed fist in the nose and mouth, causing her pain and visible injury. Officer observed the complainant witness to have a swollen bottom lip with a small laceration, and she was holding a bloody towel that she used for her nose. Defendant was identified by his Texas driver's license, and the defendant and the complainant witness have been in a dating relationship for 8 years. So that's the oldest AFM. Do you want me to do the felony?
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
So on the felony, on June 4th, 2024, officer responded to a disturbance call and spoke with the complaining witness. Complaining witness stated the husband threw her on the wall after she called his mom to complain of his behavior. Complaining witness said she had a protective.
I didn't hear any of it.
Officer, on June 4th, 2024, officer responded to a disturbance call and spoke with the complaining witness. Complaining witness stated that her husband threw her against the wall after she called his mom to complain of his behavior. And then she stated that she had a protective order against the defendant. And then the failed to ID. On April 11th, 2025, officer dispatched to an unknown disturbance call for service. Officers arrived on scene, knocked on the door. Officers observed a male come to the door, but quickly move out of the way, not wanting to answer the door. Officers observed the defendant walking out of the door, stating that he was only having a verbal argument with his wife.
So
Officers-
now a new fight with, and that's what brings the cops to the house?
I believe so. Officer spoke to the female on scene. Officer stated the female was not answering questions due to not wanting to get the defendant in trouble. Officer observed the name and date of birth the defendant provided to officers for not coming through a TCIC search. Officers advised the defendant that if he does not have proper name and date of birth, he'll be charged with failure to identify. The defendant then confessed and provided his real name and date of birth. The defendant stated he did not want to go to jail for a warrant that he had. And then the officer observed that he had a felony and a misdemeanor warrant.
The reason I'm trying to, you speak English, right?
Yes, sir.
The reason I'm trying to figure what's going on is because she's asking me to give you a PR bond, but we've given you bond after bond after bond. You've been in flight status for about nearly a year. And now when the cops come to try to talk to you, you try to evade again. You know what I mean? Are we just going to continue to give you chance after chance? You continue to you just don't give a shice about bond conditions, man. Really? I mean, you know, I get it that he may have not signed it or whatnot, but you can't just be out of sight, out of mind for an entire year and expect good things to happen. So, I mean, really, we've given you PR bond after PR bond. It would just, at some point, I have to say when, so that you know we mean business. There's no more revolving doors, you know? Really?
Your Honor, the original AFM, it looks like they did do a RIP call. The complainant advised that the reason that she had a bloody nose is because she does drugs and was doing cocaine. He did have the PR bond. The VPO was a 2B warrant, so he wasn't given bond and didn't come on that one.
Yeah, but he had a warrant out for both. Apparently knew about them. So I'm
Well,
not.
it didn't say that he knew about the felony warrant,
Well, I don't know,
He had
but
a warrant out.
but you can't make believe that he knew.
I mean, I can, if you want a bond reduction, I'm willing to give you a bond reduction. I'm not gonna give you another PR bond, dude. Really, I'm just, no more PR bonds. And you know, you've got these cases out. Just, you can't out of sight, out of mind. And the only reason you're here now is because you got into another damn argument. So, Mr. Mendoza, I am now issuing another protective order on this case. And I want you to understand that the Texas Constitution does not allow me, but in extremely limited circumstances, to have a hearing to hold someone at zero bond. This is now one of those cases. If you continue to violate protective orders, we can have a hearing to hold you at no bond. Do you understand? I don't want you to have contact with this person. No means no. Doesn't mean, please, baby, get me out of jail. Every phone call is recorded. Take note when you're making phone calls. Every phone call is recorded. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm not asking for much. All I want are my streets to be safe. And if you can,
Yes, sir.
just don't have any contact, don't have any weapons, and that's it.
Sir.
If you want a bond reduction, I'm happy to give it to you, but I'm not going to just continue to give homeboy PR bond after PR bond after PR bond. Just not, you know.
Would the court be willing to reduce the bonds for $1,000?
I'll cut it in half. So on the assault, 2,500. I'm going to leave the failure to ID as is. But I'm telling you now, I don't know if you're going to get out, but if you do, there is a residential restriction. You cannot go within 200 feet of where she lives or where she works. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
No alcohol, no illegal drugs. You will be randomly tested. No contact and no weapons. Do you mind? All I need you to do is file the MOA because we'll have him, pre-trial is going to, make sure that you're in compliance. All right, Mr. Mendoza. So what we'll do is the felony case is set for June. So what we'll do is, I don't like to set the people for more than 30 days, so you just don't get forgotten about. Well, we can set you for 30 days, come back, and then, go from there. Okay? All right. Yes, ma'am. Thanks. So 2503 on the assault.
And it's 25.
Yeah, 2503. So I remember that there's.
Okay, did you leave the same day? Waive the parents' mitigation. All right. Is it
Or I'm sorry, I said the following, 23.
So we, okay, so we relieve, very fast. Yes.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, so you put it out, you guys.
Council for reset.
What was the defendant's name, Coach, for Lindsay's guy that you wanted to do 2503?
Say it again.
What was the defendant's name for Lindsay's guy that came?
Mendoza, page 31.
Okay.
Came by Colin. So we said it's Joshua Norton. Colin, it's a close one. And he has 7 months. Colin Lawrence and
Basically, I think
I'm also. Great. The MOAP should be, do you guys know how to sign a motion to revoke or motion to adjudicate? Anyone?
I can do that, Judge.
You know, yeah, great. There's one in there, please. Hi.
Good morning, Judge.
Hi, come on up. Let's dance.
We are approaching on Mr. Cassius Bond. He's in custody, fugitive case.
Bond?
Bond.
Bond, what's a bond?
No, he does not. He signed a waiver. We're approaching to see if you want to admonish him, which I think he would need.
Yeah. We could check.
This stupid computer.
Oh, we got it on docket.
Judge, I've had the same experience all morning.
It's like we're already fighting enough, you know, now we have to fight the computers too? Really?
Okay, is everything in?
This is something, I mean, it must be giving me someone else's. I'm seeing like a reset, an attorney record, bail condition for no, that's a costa.
Bless you.
I can't even open up my envelope box
It's up
to.
and down, Judge.
That's usually what you gotta clean.
So what's the problem? What happened? Because I can't look at anything. Nothing's
So,
working.
Judge, he has cases from Tennessee. I'm not sure that's what you're asking, but he hadn't signed a waiver yet. We just got that
Okay,
signed.
so yeah, do you mind bringing up Mr. Bond? Cassius Bond? No, Bond is the last name.
Okay.
Thanks. Let's do this. Maybe if I entered in manually. All right, so theft of property, identity theft times 10.
Yes.
Fraudulent use of a debit card, 60,000 to 250,000. Wow. And he's on deferred for burglary of a habitation.
That I believe he just took. Yeah, he just.
Oh, yeah,
And he wasn't aware that he had a hold whenever he took that offer.
Good morning, Mr. Bond. Good morning. Shh. So the reason I'm bringing you out now is you need to make a decision on what you would like to do. You are wanted out of the state of Tennessee, specifically the county of Rutherford, for theft of property, 60,000 to 250,000, identity theft times 10, fraudulent use of a debit card from 60,000 to 250,000. You're wanted for those whole host of charges. There are two things that you can do. Well, specifically three things. So they want you. You can either waive extradition. If you waive extradition, we give Tennessee 14 days to come get you. If they don't come get you within the 14 days, Harris County releases you. If that happens, that warrant will always remain in effect. And it will always remain in effect until you go back to Tennessee and take care of it. The problem is if you don't, at some point, it's going to hose you because you just entered into a deferred upstairs on a Berg hab. So if you are in the middle of your deferred upstairs and then all of a sudden you get taken there and you spend 2 years there, you're going to get hosed on this probation here. So the idea is that you try to take care of everything now while you're still have the understanding of upstairs. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
The other thing that you can do is you're going to request a bond, but I don't know if I'm going to give you a bond. The other thing is you can fight extradition by saying, hey, it's not me. They got the wrong person. So what I can do is I can, put you back now, have you talk to the lawyer that we've appointed you to see what you want to do. Okay? Do you have any questions?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I guess let me know what you want to do and go from there. Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks.
Judge, we're having the bills assigned to.
Okay. You need me to sign it? Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
What are the candidates? Nah, it's hard.
You want to go through the list? Vic?
Judge, we weren't commending anything on the law, correct? Just see it exactly. I think I'm scared. I'll go out.
All right, Judge, page 1, Alexander. Arraignment was set for 8, and they asked for a reset and got it, still no pictures.
Who? 5,002. Hey.
Hi, Judge.
Hey.
He signed the waiver.
Okay.
We are gonna roll it to the 17th to see if he wants to keep it or if he wants to ask for a bond. I'm gonna do a little bit more investigating, talk to his family, see what's going on in Tennessee, see if there's anything that I can do on my
Yeah,
end.
absolutely.
And I'll go ahead and submit this today.
Yep.
All right, thank you.
Sorry for you.
Yeah. Thank you, Judge.
Thanks. I still don't have a mode.
It's in pending right now.
I got it. All right.
That's right there.
Okay.
Are you ready for the next one?
I'm curious to see what happens.
Yeah.
Whatever she's starting to do. Yeah.
Don't have any signs.
Oh, it's a.
I don't know, we're on something.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get good emotions. Yeah, so we accept it, please. Oh, she got. She went big again.
Yeah, 5,002 on Alexander.
Isn't she?
Judge, can you try understanding that more someone does have a.
Okay. It's already gone. I'm
It's
gonna,
already corrected.
okay.
Be all.
It's where?
All the way up. Usually a lot of.
So you're ready?
Is you got 5,002, right? On,
Yes.
okay, yeah, I'm ready.
Next one is.
I'm trying to unsign it.
You can.
So slow.
You sent it right now? Okay, hold on, do that.
The next three are set for dismissal.
Yeah.
It's everything's moving like at a snail's pace.
Record judge versus review and opening. Okay, that thing is.
Okay, to unsign it.
Take it again.
Okay.
Yeah. Close to it.
Page 7, J. Alvarado.
Judge, I'm here on that one.
Okay,
Judge, so this case was simple enough, class and dismiss. The issue is it turned complicated because she took the class, scored 53, and so she didn't pass it.
but it's just, what class did she take?
Anti-theft class.
I mean, really, it's not that hard of a class.
Here's what I could say, Judge. A lot of these clients are from Latin American countries.
They have them in Spanish.
They do, but even then, they're not, a lot of them have very little education.
I'm willing to give you another week.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll tell her. to take
Another
it.
week. If she doesn't have it done, she's got to be here.
Okay,
I'm no more waived appearances.
understood.
So 1 week, must appear.
All right. We'll get that done. Thank you, Judge. And
Sure,
hopefully she
of
passes
course.
it. All right. Thank you.
The next one, Judge, the 1 week brings you out to April 22nd through the 24th. Next, Judge, is page 8, Duarte, set for dismissal. I haven't heard from counsel, but the defendant is here.
Okay. Did you file conditions on? Did we get conditions on McQueen or not?
That's required to.
I'll let him know.
Okay.
So anything states found, I can't even view. I might use paper file.
Okay. Did you file conditions on McQueen? It should have been, I think,
Filed-
Sebastian. It should have been a mow-up and then no contact and no weapons.
Yes, Your Honor, that one, sorry, give me 1 second.
I don't know if he did or not.
I don't see something there.
I have,
John saw.
I have the motion for bond conditions on McQueen, Your Honor, but I filed those, for some reason, our system was not letting me file the actual MOAB. So I'm having Sebastian do it right now. He's working on it right now.
So, I mean, Mr. Duarte has had since December
This judge.
to get this class done, so roll it to tomorrow.
Next judge is page 12, Layton. Council emailed the certificate, asking for the dismissal to be filed. I forwarded to the state. earlier.
This is Lathan.
Yes.
Who do you send it to, do you know?
She sent it to, Blaze, and I forwarded to both of y'all to see if y'all would be able to file it. And But I didn't know if there was anything else. Was that all they had to do? There was nothing else? That's why I forwarded it to y'all to make sure. Sometimes I. Judge, on page 21 and 22, Smith, what were the new bond amounts?
So 5,004 on the newer cases, and then 15,004 on the MHA.
Okay. Did you do the others?
Right now.
Okay. And then pre-trial, do we have the results for Thomas? Yes, there were presumptive negative. Thomas is alive. This is the last one. On this getting the dismissals, maybe I'll heard from the council of what you got. Here's the one.
Our operation.
You don't want to come back on maybe. So how do we do it? If I'm not here, he goes with the, but I'll just sit next to him. Jenny. As long as you guys are. Oh. Yeah, so maybe I get back. Yeah. Yes. Oh, on the. Would you mind? What do y'all want for?
Yeah. We can. This was also a nice week. I only have what you filed on the Queen's and two side of my book. I tried to notes. I'm getting some network repair. Stop. Site. 2-5-3-7.
And I did
5-6-3.
He has his hands and I'm looking at probably more of but they did, I will say. I'll give them a little.
I think the last time they were not
Yeah. 3 or 4 years. They always have a little.
We didn't talk about that. Am I free to go?
Doing just kind of like. Over here.
Yeah.
They always going somewhere else. Right? It's not even
You guys may email this to somebody.
Yes.
She's been for quite a while.
So our last meeting.
Oh, yeah, this is there.
No, it's not.
Is it?
Yeah.
No.
If anyone else?
Yes, Judge,
Pull over,
Thomas.
yeah.
His test today, he was negative.
No weapons, no UCWs. No, it's next week.
And I emailed the council, he said it was gonna swing by.
We'll get that, it doesn't matter about them, so there's no rule about. So, you're good. Yeah.
I'm gonna.
I need to go back to the mama.
Now it's.
Yeah, so what, don't keep more information.
Ourselves.
Is this, so Thomas was clean?
Okay, how's that?
Yeah, it's not negative.
Okay, great. So we'll do a reset. Same day's felony. Okay, to be tested again.
So,
Thank you.